Every single morning, I hear my alarm clock ringing, like it's not to just be chilling. Heaven, I told you not to wake me up. There will be time to act all grown up. Why can't you just stop and listen? Let's do what I want. On Monday, wanna hang out with friends. Tuesday, I will try all the best cakes. Get out of where you'll have a taste of the season. Can't feel my patience running clean. Oh, I wish that you could just take it easy. Lay back, find this the way I roll so good on my tolerance. You will get to say hello to my jobs. This just gotta bite, don't you know? I can't want you, but I can't catch a three every second in every meeting. All my day to be mellow and free, but used to work right. I do it just fine. Don't underestimate me yet. On Friday is good, but to class Saturday I put on my best dress. Get out of where I have a taste of my season. Can't feel my patience running thin. Oh, I wish that you could just take it easy. Lay back, find this the way I roll so good on my toes. You will get to say hello to my jobs. This just gotta bite, don't you know? Don't you know? You should know that I'll buy them all. Push just gotta bite, you know. Hurry up and get it down, but don't run my patience to the ground. If you need me here, this just gotta bite, don't you know? Yeah, you better keep it down. When I try, I'm second to none. You will get to say hello to my jobs. This just gotta bite, don't you know?
Okay, now that I'm hearing it, not pissed off about how bad the story is. Yeah, it's still banger. Robin, my goat. I've heard it a million times, but it's still really good. It's just, I was really mad about Honkai Star Rail story. So, what's up? What's up? What's up? I'm pretty sure I'm gonna start us off on... I also need to turn the music thing on. Because we're actually gonna listen to music today, I'm down for it. We're gonna start with Honkai Impact 3rd, actually. I was gonna start with Genshin, but I actually think today is gonna be a great day to catch up on Archon Quest, which I need to do. So, we're gonna do that, which means we're gonna go to Genshin last. Okay, HA3 is capturing. I also need to change my display settings. Hold on. I need to change my main monitor so that they'll launch on the right monitor. It makes streaming really easily. I changed my main monitor when I monitor capture on Discord, because when you're alt-tabbing, when you're monitor capturing, it ruins whatever you're trying to show. So I switch my left monitor to my main monitor when I'm screen sharing on Discord, so that it doesn't alt-tab. It's the little stuff like that you wouldn't really think about until you start doing it, right? I also need to keep an eye on... In fact, I bet I can do 4 panels, can't I? I can't do, like, 4 half panels. This sucks. Okay. I would have to do quadrants. Yeah, I can't do quadrants, unfortunately. And Discord can't be that small. Oh my god. It's not too bad, honestly. It's not great, though. So, this is the event going on in Honkai Impact 3rd right now. I mean, one of them. It's a puzzle game. It's actually been pretty cool. I really like this event. I don't know if it's something they've done before. Probably is. But it's really cool. I've been enjoying it a lot. Gives you free rewards, obviously. I almost tried to sing along, and then I'm like, I don't know French. Why the fuck am I trying to sing along? I took French in college for all of, like, a week, and then I was like, oh, I have to drop this. And it wasn't even because I didn't like French, okay? My teacher was that French person. Or that not French person. You know what I mean? The one who is way too into French stuff. And I was just like, I can't handle this woman. Like I'm a weeb. I don't think that's misrepresentative, right? I am not that kind of weeb that is way too into Japanese culture, in my opinion. I think that shit's really cringy. I think you can appreciate a culture as an outsider, of course, but to be one of those people who's like... I feel I don't need to validate this take, right? I think most people would agree. Like, actually, I don't need to explain myself. I just think it's weird. Like, you can like anime girls without being weird about it. I don't know, the thing I don't like about it is not necessarily to praise another culture, but a lot of the times when weebs, say that like weebs aren't people, which, you know, your mileage may vary on that take, when you praise one specific culture to that degree, what you are doing by doing that is disrespecting every other culture. Because it's never like... I shouldn't say never. Speaking in generalizations is always bad. But very often there is that type of weeb who is like Japanese nationalist. There's no other way to put it. And it's like, you don't even have a concept of what Japan is really like. Because 99% of the time they have not been there. That's it. Yeah, weeb on weeb violence. I need to do this. This is my weekly, so... And it's Sunday, so weeklies reset next week. I really hope I have the energy to do this. 43... I'm gonna take this 28. I need 4. I'm gonna take this 24. Oh, I should have taken that 23. Okay, now we can use all our free refreshes and find something useful. Actually, this is useful right here, so... I only need to do 4, and I'm only going to do 4. I need to go pick all these up, but I'm so lazy. I literally just log into Honkai Impact 3rd to do my dailies and log out. It's so bad. Time left 3 days. But weekly reset is tomorrow. I need to do this stuff too. Ugh. I've really been considering dropping one of my gachas, and the problem is I don't want to drop any of them. I like all 4 of them. But keeping up with 4 games, especially when you have to catch up in 2 of them, now 3 of them because Genshin has new content, is just like, ugh. Oh, was that the end of it? Oh, okay. Oh, I need to do the restaurant for the day. I'm really, really close to being done with this event, and it ends in, like, 2 days. It's more like 5 days, I think. 3 days. Okay, I wasn't far off. 4 days. That must be when this version ends. Oh, I don't need to renovate. I just need to go do this. Do I need to go to any specific place? No. Oh, in the village. Okay, I need to go to the village. Okay. Okay. I just need rice. Ugh. Well, I'm gonna have a whole day of service. I can get some pork and onions for this roving. I shouldn't be answering questions right now. I'll answer them later. That could be a fun stream if we do like a Telenym answering questions stream, because I have a shit ton of them that I haven't even touched. Like, I have 500 answers on Telenym, and there are like 40 in my inbox that I haven't touched. And then probably like 100 I've deleted. I really didn't expect the Telenym thing to be that popular, but I guess people like asking me questions and hearing my opinions on things, which is cool. Because like I've tried to do like ask me stuff type services before, and people haven't been interested. So there's definitely a level of like automated questions, but certainly at least a few of the questions have been legitimately people asking me things. Why is... Oh, this is not stripped version. That's why it's playing Come Alive again. 50-75, that's probably already enough food. I'm gonna skip this. I need to think about... So I'm still working on this playlist. It's just a Hoyo music playlist. I'm still working on the ordering. So I'm one of those people that likes my playlists to be like specifically ordered. Like if you go to my Nightcore playlist, I have actually chosen the order of every song in that playlist. It's called being schizophrenic. I am clinically diagnosed as schizophrenic, so you know there are reasons for my behavior. But yeah, if we go to, I can probably show it because we're just doing service. I'm at the point with this event where I can just let it run, so I can just pop up my YouTube music and show you. So yeah, so we start with I'm Gonna Show You Crazy, which is... So, Break the Rules used to be my favorite Nightcore song, but lately, I'm Gonna Show You Crazy has been my favorite just because I really like... I'm trying to figure out what the right word is. It speaks to me on a personal level because I am legitimately crazy, and it's one of those things where it's like... The song's premise is you don't realize how not insane I'm being. And it's like, man, that really hits with me. Like, you do not realize how insane I could be if I didn't hold myself back. And it's just like, it's a little cringy of a sentiment, but it is very true. Break the Rules has always been one of my favorite Nightcore songs. For a long time, it was the first song in my playlist before I found I'm Gonna Show You Crazy, but just since it is my playlist, I felt like I'm Gonna Show You Crazy is a better start. God is a Girl is a classic. In fact, they changed the cover of this. This might just be because it's on YouTube Music. I'm not sure. I'm not going to play any of this because copyright will still hit it. But if you're curious, the playlist is public. You can listen to my thesis statement on why Nightcore is good. There certainly is a lot of trash in the Nightcore genre. I like to think that I've done a good job of pruning the trash. Sorry, I need to hear whether this is the Nightcore version or not. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. I can probably get away with this one. I still need to set up my... Oh my god, fuck it. You know what? I don't care. This entire VOD can get muted for copyright. Who gives a fuck? Oh, I should do it in order, though. It's always difficult when I try to listen to Nightcore on stream because I am one of the, like, 4 people in the world who still enjoys Nightcore. And I don't mean that to say, like, the community's dead. Actually, there's a lot of Nightcore that still gets made, but it's like... What Nightcore is in 2025 is not what Nightcore was in 2016. Okay, and obviously, that's how music works, it evolves, but it has become people just throwing it through a pitch shifter and uploading it with an anime girl over it. It's like, that's not what Nightcore ever was. Anyway. We'll listen to this for a while. Except for the detector is broken. That's funny. This is not the right song, dude. Oh, it's YouTube Music is broken. YouTube Music thinks it's playing that song. Okay, hold on. Oh yeah, things are all fucked up now. It's that song. Oh, it's that song on YouTube Music. Oh, no, it shuffled it for me. I hate that it does this. I hate that YouTube Music does this. It's so obnoxious. There we go. Also, so we have some huge stuff to talk about for leaks as well. I totally forgot that I was going to do that. Is it just all going to be roast pork with rice? Fine, I'll just go get... Okay, I need to upgrade comfort. That's easy. These two should do it, I think, right? Just need to find a place to put them. I was trying to make it look really nice, but the problem is that you need to... After a while, you need such a ridiculous score that you just can't make it look nice. Which is unfortunate. I would really like to... Okay, this game thinks garlic is spicy, so I know it means that. It also said mint was spicy. Crab? This? Source matter? No, it's not source matter. Okay, it wasn't mint. Oh, wasabi, probably. Not wasabi. Okay. Spicy white garnish. Layered intensity. Why is layered intensity cabbage? And a premium sharp ingredient. Oh, sea spider? Oh, it's probably primitive horn. Yeah. Onions, right, it thinks onions are spicy too. Like, that's the problem with this, is, like, I get what I get where you're coming from on garlic and onions being spicy. Like, I get it. My white ass cannot agree. I'm sorry. It's like a negative on the spicy scale, and I cannot handle a lot of spice. I'm not like one of those people that can't do spice. I often say I'm like a 2 out of 5. Like, I can take it, but not a lot of it. But I don't know. Maybe it's just that I've been eating onions and garlic my whole life, so I don't see them like that. But especially when you cook onions, like, the spiciness disappears. I understand, like, raw onion, I could see that take. But cooked onions? Really? I'm just gonna do, like, 75. Oh! This is an infinite business day? Oh, I fucked up. This is the only Charlie XCX song I know. And honestly, I didn't know it was a Charlie XCX song for years, because this is how I first heard it. It wasn't until, like, I was posting it on Twitter to some friends, and they were like, oh, I like this Charlie song. And I was like, huh? This is Charlie XCX? This was me in high school. I don't want to go to school, I just want to break the rules. Man, we used to... So we had... No, that'll dox me, I can't say that. No, that'll actually dox where I went to high school, I shouldn't say that. You could probably figure that one out. Never mind. Never mind. Sorry, that story's off limits. I guess... Yeah, no, there's no way to say this story without making it really obvious. We used to skip school is the crux of the story. We would skip school and go hang out nearby and then come back. It's lame when I have to remove all the details, right? But, like, I understand that frustration with, like, oh, I'm going to tell you a thing. Actually, I can't tell you that. I was gonna, like, describe where we'd go, and then I realized, like, oh, you can probably figure it out where that is if I give you the details of where we would go to skip school. And hang out. We got 11, right? Oh, I need more. Right. I need more shoot score. Okay, I'm gonna already end the Nightcore section of the song. I think that's good for the music at this point. We can go back to game audio. I just felt like listening to music for a little bit. The music thing, you know, it was covering my mood score. I need 12,000 is the summary here. These tables will just increase the mood on its own. I don't have, yeah, I actually could have expanded and gotten a new table and gotten my score that way, but whatever. So these tables are not these tables. These tables add 400 each, yeah. We'll be good. That's good. That's good. Yeah, 12.5. All right. Because I needed to get to management level 11 so that I can... Oh, number one, we need to claim all my rewards for doing all my daily stuff. But this unlocked at management level 11. So now I've gotten all the lapis, which is the crystals, polychrome, etc., whatever gacha you play, of Honkai Impact 3rd. I'm going to max these out. I'm running pretty low on these, and they're really useful. These are basically talent materials. So, really useful. This is Mora, obviously. These are... It's kind of hard to explain. Every weapon, like, ascends to a second stage, and you need these for those. But I have plenty. I have almost 400, because I don't have a lot of characters. Same thing with phase shifters. I mean, actually, I guess I could get these. I think for now I'm just going to wait and see if I need anything in the last few days, because this shop is open for longer than the event. This shop is open into July. So I'll be able to get stuff there. Ding Dong Grocery Store, I'm done with. I don't want any of the rest of this shit. I don't want to keep playing this event. It wasn't very fun. I mean, it was fine, but like as someone who really likes auto battle events, I did not enjoy that event. Which is unfortunate. I was gonna say upsetting, but it's like it's a video game. It's not that big of a deal. Oh, I'm looking at, sorry, while we're here. Anyone who might see this who actually knows Honkai, if you could give me an opinion, that would be great. I'm looking at Hersher of Reason or Stygian Nymph. And I know that like neither of them are Astral Ring characters, but I feel like if they did an Elysia bow, Hersher of Reason could get an Astral Ring weapon. We've also seen some links that Bronya and Seal are gonna get new Astral Ring character battle suits like Kiana did. So I'm starting to think that I shouldn't give a shit about Hersher of Reason. I already have Hersher Seele, but I got her for free off the, I think it was the anniversary event. You could get Hersher Seele, and I did because I really liked her. Jade Knight is who's coming up next as soon as we get enough Ancient Legacies for her. I'm not really sure how oh, it's from doing Abyss. That's how I acquired that stuff. Ugh. Yeah, I need to get back to doing endgame stuff, honestly. In Honkai Impact 3rd. I just have been so lazy. But I've got Zenless Zone Zero endgame on cooldown now, so I should be able to start focusing in on another game. I guess I am trying to fix Genshin right now, but I don't really care. Yeah, so... Although I need to defend myself here. I did do my Memorial Arena. I mean, I guess I still have one more rewards. But it's 50,000 Mora and a cube. Actually, I should do it for the cube. I'm not gonna lie. These cubes are pretty fucking rare. Ugh. Yeah. I have to use my Hersher team. That's the problem. Against Hersher the Void. So, this is my C team. It's not very good, but it does the job. This is the B team I'm working with right now. I don't think... I'm definitely pulling for Helia. I think I've decided that. Just seeing the Helia in action. Ooh, we can watch that. Wait, we can watch that. Hold on. It's in events, right? Oh, this is going to be really loud. It's always really fucking loud. Let me just turn it down for you. So, I'm really excited for her. I really want to pull her. I think she looks fun. I haven't watched the story. I don't know anything about her. I have heard people being upset that she died and came back to life, which... Poyo's been doing it lately. I don't know. I think someone in their, like, marketing team or, like, strategy team was like, hey, people really like when they think a character's dead and then they come back to life. Also, I learned that minors play this game. I was roasting somebody the other day for vaping in world chat because they were being obnoxious about it. They were like thinking they were really cool. And then the subject of like their age came up and they were like, yeah, in my middle school. And I was like, oh, oh. And someone else in the chat was like, yeah, I used to be in middle school, but I'm in ninth grade now. And I was like, oh, no wonder it feels like I'm speaking with children. I am. Then I just quietly left. It's like, okay.
新しい旅だね。リッスショ、準備万端だよ。
Okay, I need to turn up my headphones.
行こう。準備は
Oh, right, I got her
いつでも
skin,
できてる。
or her outfit.
休みの日に
I wanted this outfit a lot. I really like it. I don't know, it's giving like I want to okay, the hat. I'm not gonna say it's a JoJo hat, even though it is. I just want to acknowledge that. Um, for me, it's more like a velvet attendant kind of style. But now that the JoJo association has been put in my head, unfortunately, I can't unsee it. Um, it's fine. It's still a pretty skin. I say still. Look, I'm the one person on the planet. I like to call myself the biggest JoJo hater, and even I admit it's pretty good. It's just not my thing. Um, that's like my joke. So, but I personally am not a big fan of JoJo, and that's not JoJo's fault. Uh, you can tell how diplomatic I'm being that I've dealt with people being very upset that I don't like JoJo a lot in my life. But you know, not everything has to be for everyone. And honestly, it's like I acknowledge also that it's like it's really petty of me to care about JoJo's art style a lot, but I'm extremely picky about anime art styles, and I don't like JoJo's art style personally. Well, okay. It's one of those things where it's like it doesn't look disgusting to me when I see it, right? I wouldn't be that kind of person. It's a well done art style. Araki is very talented. Is that his name? But it just misses for me personally, you know? Art taste is subjective and all that. It's one of those like I don't know, maybe this is a me thing because I've spent so long being around anime art, but there's a difference between this is not good art and this is good art that isn't for me. Um, and I think JoJo falls into the latter category personally, not the former. Because I mean, it's one of the only anime uh, anything that has been exhibited in an art gallery, right? Like it's pretty unarguable that the art is good quality. Really, what it is that I'm just not a fan of Barramen, and that's what JoJo is. So, but it's also like I think it's the shading for me. Something about the way they do shading because it's very unique and it's very JoJo, and I personally don't like that. Um, that said, I mean, a lot of the things I'm a fan of draw inspiration from JoJo, so it's like, to some degree, I am appreciating the work of JoJo, even if it is through the inspiration of something I am a fan of. It's sort of this weird thing with art and writing, right? And I don't know why I'm on this weird tangent all of a sudden. Um, it's just kind of some lore you need to know that I don't particularly enjoy JoJo. I will say I have friends who are really into it, so I know a lot about JoJo. I do think the one that I like, that I would like, because I haven't seen it obviously, would be is it Steel Ball Run or is it Part 7? Steel Ball's 6, right? Where the powers are like more niche and more specific. I feel like that would be what I would enjoy in JoJo. Not necessarily Steel Ball Run is Part 7. Okay. That might be the one that I'm thinking of and why I know its name then. Also, hello. I didn't expect to see you on YouTube. Either way works though. Wifey is I need a blanket or something. It's fucking cold. Yeah, YouTube is comfier. Yeah, I mean, streaming has come such a long way. Back in my day, you streamed on. Actually, okay. back in my day, just to show my age, Twitch didn't exist. It was just in TV, and you streamed on livestream.er, which I don't even know if that's still around anymore. Or at least I did. I used to do numbers on Livestreamer, dude. It was crazy. I still don't understand why. I mean, I guess I did have like a pretty sizable fan base for that period in the internet's history. I had like, I think at peak that was 9,000 followers. It was like 9,000 and some change, which for 2016 was like, you had a decent following. I mean, it wasn't like I was, I'm trying to think of who was big at that time. I mean, we can just go to Charlie. Charlie's been around since forever. Um, Charlie still, I think, had a million subs even at that point. Maybe not. Maybe he was like, actually, that's a good question. That's a really good question, actually, that I'm pretty curious about. When did when did Penguins Zero, because uh, get 1 million subs? So Charlie has had a million subs for so long that yeah, he has had a million subs for over a decade at this point. That is fucking crazy. So yeah, uh, like I wasn't as big as Charlie, but did have quite a few. And that sounds like I abandoned it. It's just kind of a, the social medias you use when you're 16 years old, or you kind of outgrow as you grow up. And a lot of the friends I made there ended up disappearing anyway, and the page kind of died out. So I just kind of moved on with my life. I still use it. I still use it as a very personal, private space because it's pretty dead nowadays, but it does still exist. Um, it's sort of my scream into the void outlet, I suppose. I don't really expect anyone to ever see it. It's just funny because it still had like 6,000 followers. It's just, since it's a over a decade old account, no one is logged into that account that followed that page anymore. So everyone else has moved on, and I'm just kind of still there yelling into the void with no followers. It's funny. I say no followers. I do get interactions every time I post, but why I felt the need to validate that. Like, I swear I'm not just typing to the internet for no reason. So yeah, Cypher has fixed my account. Oh, I haven't gone over... Well, I didn't get anyone new in Honkai Impact 3rd. Um, trying to figure out how I should establish this on my channel. Um, um, in a, like, not suspicious way. Um, I have means of acquiring characters. That's all I feel I need to say. So when I show you all the characters I have between now and last stream, don't freak out. We're good. Everything's good. I'm not fucking myself over, I promise. Uh, so, the first character to show off is in Honkai Star Rail. And that is, I don't even know how to say her name. I mean, you can guess, right? If Cypher's on the team. It's Aglia. I really, okay, number one, I like her anyway. Number two, I don't have any Memo Sprite characters. I mean, other than Traveler. Sorry, I just called her Traveler, Trailblazer. So I kind of figured that a Memo Sprite character would not be remiss. I also have Superimposition 5 Genius's Greetings, which I probably will give her the Battle Pass next Battle Pass. But I figured this would be fine for now. We're still working on E6 Gallagher as well, so we got her now. Working on her. We'll have more to show off as we go through the other games. I think I'm good. I was debating whether or not I want to get the Remembrance light cone, because like I don't have a lot of good Remembrance light cones because it's a pretty new path, right? So I was debating whether or not I want to get her light cone. But I don't think I do. I think I'm good, right? Because look, I've still got two Genius's Greetings. And if I get her the Battle Pass light cone, I will have a superimposition 5 Genius's Greetings as well. So it's one of those things where I don't really feel like I need it. Let's collect my daily login rewards. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, Oil Lab Daily Check-in. Do it. Do it. Do it. I swear to God. People are like, oh, it's like 2 EXP materials? That's not worth it. You do it every day? Trust me, it's worth it. Trust me. You do it like a whole month? Trust me, it's worth it. No, it is not a lot of rewards one day. That is very true. That's the point. You need to do it every single day that month. See, look at this. Check in for a total of 3 times to get Stellar Jade 100. This is every month. So if you check in 3 times a month on Hoyo Lab, you will get free currency. Okay, we're probably going to catch up on Skark's story, so let's launch into Zenless Zone Zero first. And it literally is, it's so easy. You just go into Hoyo Lab, they now have a dedicated tab, and you can just tap through all 4 games and check in. I do it in like 5 minutes every day. It probably doesn't even take me 5 minutes. So I've already done my dailies on Zenless Zone Zero, but I do have some check-in stuff to do. And again, I should establish the polling that I did on Zenless Zone Zero for the stream, because I recently posted the M0W1 Yishuan solo for Miasma Priest, and I can't do videos like that anymore because she's M2 now. I got... So I just, like... Once again, I have means of acquiring characters, but I pulled 10 times, and I just got M1 Yishuan, just randomly. In fact, let me pull up my history so that I can prove that. And then I acquired M2 Yishuan through my legitimate means as well. This sounds so sketchy to say. People just buy me characters. That's the summary. um, it sounds like I'm like hacking the servers to give myself M2 Yishuan or something. So this is what, 70 pity? 75? Yeah, so here's M1. That was M2. And here is M0. So it's 110 ball for M1. And then M2 is what I just got all the way here. So I've also worked on the build quite a bit since then. If you saw the build at the end of that video. So M1 gives 10% crit rate. That's something you need to keep in mind. So because I have M1 and signature and set, this is effectively 92% crit rate, not just 50. She does need more HP. She does need some more crit damage, in my opinion. Like 150 is not bad, but she could use more. But honestly, she's kind of at that point, and full Penta Crown at this point, because she's M2. She deserves it. At this point, I'm kind of just like, I mean, she soloed Miasma Priest at M0, right? I don't need to work on her more. With the worst build. I don't need to work on her more. I need to work on my other characters. So that's what I've been doing. I've been working on Vivian and Trigger. Vivian is mostly just leveling skills. Oh, I also recently got her this piece. She was using this. So 9 proficiency, 2.4 crit rate, and then just missed rolls totally. In fact, I should just get rid of this at this point. So I got this piece earlier because I'm grinding Trigger set to get her better pieces. So extra anomaly proficiency, more pen, more attack, and the same amount of crit rate, even though it doesn't really matter. It is nice to maintain that crit ratio, that 25% crit ratio. So her anomaly proficiency is over 400 now. She got a little bit stronger with that piece. I'm not like trying to get her anything, but obviously I would like to improve this set. Mainly like, well, this is at least anomaly proficiency, but she doesn't get anything else. Vivian is from like the last era where I didn't really understand anomaly attacks couldn't crit on their own. so I built her with a lot of crit she doesn't need. So I would like to improve the set. In fact, I have not looked at 3 discs to see like this. If this was attack percent, I would level this anyway. Because she does hit people, right? It's not like everything she does is anomaly damage. But, yeah. So, work in progress still. Vivian is still a work in progress. Actually, she might have a better disc here. Yeah, this is ass. Piper has a better disc than this, doesn't she? Yeah. Actually, this disc is crazy. Yeah, this disc is crazy. Well, hold on. Yeah, I'll take this. Yeah, Anomaly Mastery defense rolls. I mean, come on. Anomaly Mastery defense rolls. I just cannot get lucky. Although these pieces, now that I understand them, these pieces need to have Anomaly Proficiency on them. I did not realize that you could roll Anomaly Mastery, Anomaly Proficiency when I was grinding these pieces. So, in fact... Oh, I only have one piece of this set. Ew. Ew. Like, how do I have so many artifacts and yet so few artifacts? You know? Do I have 100 battery yet? I do. Perfect. I am getting more skill chips for Vivian. Because I think her skills are not level enough. Sure. In case you can't tell, I've just been playing solo Yishuan. I figure my Oh, right. I don't even need to. I don't actually know where it is that she gets this fully charged burst from. She also gets this follow-up. I think it's M2. It might be M1. So, Yishuan 101, you don't ever use your Rasengan, as it's called. The reason for this is that the Rasengan has so there's multiple reasons for it. I can't explain. Number one, actually, I should just plug him. Because I learned all of this information from one guy, and he deserves the credit for it. Even though I'm not like a big channel or anything, but he still deserves to be credited for being the one who taught me this stuff. So, he is... Where is he? I just subbed to him. Where is he? Well, okay. So, my 3 guys. Let me just plug the three Zenless Zone Zero guys. It is Wowmet. Where's Wow? Okay, I'm Bajit is the one I was talking about. This guy has made being a Yishuan main his entire thing. It's very respectable. Not entire thing. He's a Miyabi player too. His bio I think is great. Oh, he's changed this. Okay. His bio used to be a little bit more jackassy about playing good. I actually like this bio a lot more. But yeah. Like, yeah. So yeah, I would highly recommend this guy. He makes great quick guides about how to play the game well, which is important because it's like Yishuan teaches a lot of things that I think I had not recognized were core parts of Zenless Zone Zero's development. It's really interesting. I would recommend this one, Advanced Tips on Mastering Yishuan. This one, like, really all he has of value to offer is how to use the burst cancel during a stun window, in my opinion. It's still good information. I use it in my solo, actually. But I don't think it's as important as the first one. Really quickly, the other 2 guys that I really like are Koso, he does more of, like, goofy videos. But there's still good information. There's still, like, a good general idea. Yeah, this is the team I've been using in everything. Vivian, Miyabi, Astra. It's so stupid. When we get Yuzuha's going to replace Astra in this team, and it's going to be just the dumbest thing you've ever seen. Because this is already pretty stupid. And the third guy I mentioned already is Wowmit, which I don't know where his channel went off to. I follow way too many people. Did he, like, delete his YouTube or something? I'm so confused. Oh, I'm not seeing all my subscriptions. Of course I'm not. Don't judge me for Smoshbit, by the way. I'm still on the fence about whether I like a lot of their content or not. Some of it's pretty funny, some of it's like, shut up, dude. I have his, okay, I need to defend myself. I have his notifications off because I keep getting spoiled seeing him in my feed. So, it's not because I don't want to see his videos. As you can see, I watched his Yishuan guide. This guy makes really, really excellent guides. And the thing I like about Wowmit's guides especially is that he prefers the playstyle that I prefer with my gacha characters, which is what we call plug and play. Where you're not building a specific build for a specific team comp, you're building the character to be like, oh, I want to use so-and-so with so-and-so and so-and-so, right? So you're building for a more generalist approach, which is not what you want when you're min-maxing, but personally, what I enjoy. So his guides are great. I do wish that he had guides on more characters. He only really does guides on, like, some stuff, which you can't blame him. Actually, you know what? He's on the creator server. I can blame him for it. Just saying. But it really seems like he's kind of transitioning more into just like a streamer route, which is fair. I just really personally like his guides. I think he does a great job and would like to see more of them. But we'll see. I mean, I'm mainly going off the fact that he has not posted a guide for Hugo, which is like, Hugo's not the most hyped character. I can understand why it might be a mess for you. Sorry, I'm scrolling. I'm trying to think of any other Zenless Zone Zero streams that I really like. I mean, Brony's a classic, of course. Brony doesn't just do Zenless Zone Zero, but he does all kinds of gachas. They do all kinds of gachas. Ooh, affiliated with Yummy-holic, really? I didn't know that. No wonder the videos are so quality. I am thinking of the right people, right? Hold on. I am thinking of the right people, right? Oh, the AI on the cover page is not great. Mm, yeah, I think I'm thinking of the wrong people. This looks like classic tech bro garbage. But hey, if they're putting money into YouTube content creation, they're doing something right. I'm sorry, I'm seeing the Asmongold thumbnail and I'm just like, no, they're not. Genshin is not even the most important. Like, if you actually play the other Hoyogans, you can see very clearly that they do not give a shit about Genshin. At all. If they gave a shit about Genshin, they would do half the shit people have been asking for literal years. They don't care. And people keep playing Genshin. So they extra don't care. It's like, I don't know what to tell you at this point. Everyone's convinced it's like the death of Genshin is just around the corner. It's like, well, we're still in 2.4. How's that going for you guys? I am considering Astra M1, just because Astra's M1 is really strong. The problem is, and this is like the most first world problems I've ever experienced. I have M1W1 Astra, or sorry, M1W1 Evelyn and M0W1 Astra, and my wife has M0W1 Evelyn and M1 W1 Astra, which is why I got M1 Evelyn. So if I get M1 W1 Astra, we no longer match. Which is like, and she doesn't play Zenless Zone Zero. Like, I love my wife, but a lot of it is her PC cannot handle it. She has a laptop, and we play Final Fantasy 14 instead. But it's very funny to me that that is what is holding me back from getting M1 Astra is not matching with my wife. And it's like it's not crazy, okay? Like, okay, it is kind of crazy, but where is Astra? Where is Astra? There she is. M1. So when she hits an enemy, she shreds for 6%, or for 18% total, actually. Uh, and then she gets a third of her ult when she comes into the battlefield, which is not often, granted. But if you are capable of learning where that is on the bar, you could just force Astra ult whenever you wanted. And she gives invulnerability with her burst afterwards for a minute. Like, M1 and M2 in Zenless Zone Zero are fucking insane in most cases for S ranks. Like, even more so than Genshin, which Genshin M1 and M2s have gotten pretty crazy. I think they've realized that, like, especially for Dolphins, if you make M1 and M2 really good, they will go in harder on their favorite characters. Um, because it used to be like plus 10% plunge damage or something garbage, and people would be like, well, I don't need M1. And now it's like, Mabuik has C2 defense shreds, which is one of the only sources of defense shred in Genshin to this day. Um, the other being Lisa's burst, casual Lisa plug. I'm just kind of clicking around now, huh? All right, let's get off Zenless Zone Zero. I'm sorry, I don't want to leave my favorite game, but I don't have anything that I want to do right now. Notice how I'm not saying there's nothing to do, because there is a lot of things that I could be doing in Zenless Zone Zero. I just don't have anything I want to do, and that actually includes playing Genshin, unfortunately. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, I have no idea. Oh, I have my YouTube still showing. I'm just going to change the game here. And then I'm also going to go pee because I have to piss. BRB. Oh, I just realized my YouTube chat is set to fucking top chat. I hate that they do this shit. Yes, man, I'm doing a live stream just to see top chat, not live chat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how your streaming service should definitely work. That's not the stupidest thing I've ever seen. Also, defaulting to top chat is crazy. Anyway, let's get into Genshin. Man, it's frustrating. I want to enjoy Genshin, but I just don't anymore, man. Like, that's the other thing though, is I don't want to become a a ZZZ only player because I like Genshin still. It's just eh. I don't know. Every time new content comes out, like this, like the last story quest with Mondstadt, I didn't do that until like 3 days before 5.7 came out. I just don't care anymore. I don't know. Even now, I've just logged in and I'm like, I don't care. I don't want to do the new story quest with Skirk. Maybe I need a break. Maybe I do need a break, reset the burnout a little bit. Well, that's my dailies done. Cool. Whoops, not what I wanted to do. I hate that they put that button there. I mean, I get it. Like, you need to make sales and all that, but I hate the way that they do that. I already bought it. I just don't want to fucking give you $10 for a stupid-ass name card. Okay. I guess we could go play some Genius Invocation. Wait, I need to go play a lot of Oh god, I need to go play a lot of Genius Invocation. Fuck. They just added Mavwika and, Chaska. I shouldn't do this on stream. This is gonna be boring as fuck. I love Genius Invocation. I'm a TCG nerd. I have the part of the first run of Genius Invocation in print. I imported it from China. That's how much I love Genius Invocation. So that was a disclaimer for what I'm about to say, which is it's boring as fuck if you're not into card games, and I totally understand that. I personally like this game a lot, but ugh, they added the premium skins too. I hate this so much. I have actual reasons to grind this game, and I don't want to have reasons to grind it. Okay. I need to invite Moika? See how Moika does against Lesbian Wrath. Oh no. She even says she knows a thing or two about this game. Now I'm really scared. So, if you don't know, Genius Invocation player AI for characters is actually dependent on how good they are at the game. Like, you can clearly tell some characters are scripted to be bad and some characters are scripted to be really good. And one of Mavika's things is that she's really good at, like, tabletop games and stuff. This is gay as hell. It's Lesbian Wrath versus Lesbian Wrath right here, I think. So I'm pretty scared of how good Mavika will be made at this game. Because they also improved the Genius Invocation AI a lot recently. They have made the AI much better at this game. This is a garbage fucking hand. Okay, let's get this out here. I literally can't do anything. Let's just stone in contracts then. I could Dea Field. That's all I can do. That's literally all I can do here. Okay. I'm already scared. This is like, this hand is so bad I might just lose, which is very rare, but it does happen. You got me, Mawiko. Let's run it back. Run it back. Run it back. Redraw. Redraw. That hand was way too bad. I can't win with that. Alright, this I can work with. Yeah, this I can work with. There was no draw was the main problem with that. Yeah, I should have put these back as well. There was no draw and my dice rolled really bad. That was L from the beginning. This at least has draw to dig me out of some holes. And we have our proper dice start, which is 3 cryo for Ganyu. Actually, we can do a Ganyu Kaching start. This is crazy. Okay. I'm gonna draw first just to see what I get. Because I do have 1 extra dice here. Perfect. Dea start. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay. Frostlake with Ganyu. Actually, that's not Frostlake. That's Trail of the Kun. I don't know how to pronounce that word. So then we switch it over to Kuching, who gets her armor.
Finish this quickly.
Catherine. Oof. That's scary already. Okay, what does Fighting Spirit do? Okay. Um. Oh, this is Super Conduit. Why did she get Cryo? What? Okay. Kaching spawns a Stiletto. So Kaching Stiletto counts as a card not originally in your deck, which is important for activating cards like Tepetlisaurus, which gains shield points if you don't have a card that started in your initial deck. Malwika goes first next round. Okay. Shilonen has samples. Okay. I haven't really looked at how any of the new characters play. But I do have Shilonen already. I was getting her to get ready for Malwika because obviously I have to make a deck with Shilonen and Malwika. Okay, this is pretty easy. In fact, I'm gonna reroll 7. Yeah, glad I did that, because we didn't even get 5 Pyro, or 4 Pyro. Okay. Shilonen swap is really helpful. You have Catherine! Fuck, man. Catherine goes crazy. People who don't respect Catherine are insane. Debating if I just want to swap to Dea right now. I kind of do. I kind of do just want to swap to Dea. Let's just swap to Dea.
Down to business.
Let's see what she does. Mikado's Roar. Okay, so she still works the same as she does in combat, which makes sense. So, what we're going to do here is Paimon's best friend. This converts 2 of your dice into 2 elemental dice, which will allow me to use Dea's traded ability, her burst, which is insanely good. I basically cannot lose the game, as long as I play well. After that, I am just going to put Tepetlosaurus on Dea, because she's going to need to be able to take some damage here in a sec. I definitely feel like they're setting up for something. Okay. I need to look at what I have in my hand. It may be a Stone and Contract's turn, honestly. Stone and Contract's and a lot of healing, probably. Yeah, I'll keep the Cryo. I'll keep the Cryo and the Pyro dice. That's not a great roll. It'll work. Malwika's Burst is probably going to come out right now. Hopefully I live.
Strike while the iron's hot.
Yeah, kind of figured.
Let the mountain boil.
Shit. Okay. I'm going to dig for some more HP. I will take it. After that, I kind of just want to Stone and Contracts, and then prepare for the Malwika Burst that's going to come out in a second here. She's got Catherine, she's got full Malwika Burst points. There's no way that she does not Malwika Burst here. I stand corrected. What does your burst do? So her motorcycle is a technique in and of itself. I'm gonna have to go get that card. That's insane. It may be just a technique for her. No, it's a character equipment card. Interesting. I just lost 2 cards and I didn't look at what they were, but that's fine. Perfect. Perfect. Perfect, actually. With stone and contracts? Oh. Sweetie, you spoil me. Okay, countdown to the show getting burned is not good. I should have paid more attention to my hand. I think we're just gonna force Shallonen out here. There's no way you're expecting this.
Speed of light.
At which point, yeah, we force you to equip down to here, which is what I wanted.
Get to work.
Uh-huh. That's totally fine. Stiletto again, to get the stiletto back in hand. Oh! I see. I see, said the blind woman as she picked up her hammer and saw. Okay. Let's just get Ganyu taken care of here with a turkey. Let's give you the pizza. And then let's go ahead and burn. Let's burn a liar. Yeah, let's burn a liar. Yeah, let's burn a liar. I want to get rid of Shallonen.
With sword comes shadow.
The flames have gone out.
You're no novice, that's for sure.
Coming from Walwika, that means a lot, because she's very good at card games. At tabletop games in general, but I'm extending that to card games mentally, because it makes sense. I actually probably should have... No, I didn't have any dice left. I was going to say I should have used the Mondstadt thing, but I didn't have any dice left. It wouldn't have done anything. I have unfortunately set Kitching up to die. But there was no way around that, really. It was worth the trade, I think. Oh, I should have rerolled the Electro dice, because there's no way I'm going to need them after this. Malwika comes in, she bursts on Kuching, who has cryo. Kuching's dead. There's no way. Why are you not bursting? Hello? Am I the only one who understands how to play this game? I could probably just punch Malwika out, couldn't I? Yeah, let's just punch Malwika out.
Time to get down to business.
Calxart. Oh, it's only 3? Never mind. I can't just punch Malwika out. Okay, let's draw cards. And then I will stone in contracts. Oh. Right, I have to let you have a turn. That's right. I'm sorry. So is she just continually gaining fighting spirit? I was under the impression that she only gained, like, 2. I guess I'm not actually able to see her fighting spirit count, am I? Trying to think of how to get Malwika out here. I've played enough Genius Invocation to know that she is playing dumb. Oh, I have one of these. Let's do that. That she definitely has the ability to kill me. And definitely had the ability to kill Kuching. I just don't know why she didn't go for it. It almost seems like the AI doesn't understand how to play the Malwika card. I could stiletto. That's true. I'm probably not going to need Ganyu ever again. We've got the engine set up at this point. This is a really bad roll. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Because I didn't stone in contracts last turn either. How would I get Mabuika out? It would be stiletto.
Incoming.
In fact, this might just be the end of the game. I don't think so. Well, definitely not now. Because this does 3 damage, yeah, unfortunately. Why is this in? What did I just play? Why is that in the deck? What? Why did I put that in the deck? That must have been like a misclick during deck building I didn't realize. Interesting. I mean, it did do something, luckily. Trying to think of what the best course of action here is. I think the answer is going to be... Oh, I have to tune 3 for this? Yeah, never mind. That was very stupid. Let's go ahead and go this way. I would actually just like to draw the cards. I'm not going to get the shield points, but I would like to draw the cards, yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty strong. You would have had double fighting spirit bursts if you bursted when I said you should have, but, you know. I'm not the one playing your deck. What did I think this card did? To have added 2 of them to this deck. I'm so confused. Actually, Ganyu could just end it. Yeah, Ganyu could just end it. I don't know why I'm pussyfooting around this.
What are my orders?
Oh, did I not stone in contracts? Okay, that's fine. Press like arrow. Like, this is a cool mechanic for a card. The AI isn't using it effectively, which is kind of killing it, but it's a cool mechanic. I don't know, I fucked her over by getting rid of Shilonin like that. Man, it's the kitching. People do not respect how strong kitching is. At all. I say people like I'm fighting a real player, not an NPC, but you understand what I mean.
Rise with the sun.
I want to get this out here before we go. Let's toss out a hash brown onto kitching just because I have the money. Or the dice. So this is a very attrition-based deck. It's not aggro at all. It's a very control shell, which is the kind of card game player I am, personally. That said, I don't know why those Natlan cards were in there. Oh, hey, we finally found my one of Knights of Favonius. Yeah, game's over at this point. I do need the Pyro Dice. Play my Venti card, and then Dea Burst, and it's over. GG, Mabuika.
Is this art? I see you're bringing the heat.
Look, Venti gives me another turn. Oh, look! Dea does a second attack for her burst.
Earth below.
It's like the craziest combo. I win games out of fucking nowhere. Yeah, I didn't win fast enough. That was a really long game. Yeah. What round was that, actually? I wasn't even paying attention. That was a good game. That was a really good game.
I lost. Guess I'll have to rethink my strategy.
You're way better at this game than Shalonen was. Shalonen was fucking terrible at this game. Uh, okay. So, I am not going to actually build the deck now, because that would be terrible. Dude, you don't want to watch me build a deck. It's terrible. So, first of all, though, I do need to get rid of... I don't know what I was cooking. Oh, he must have added those to my deck somehow. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I had this deck, like, perfectly built. Okay, I must have just gotten confused that she added those to my deck somehow. So Mavika, where's her wife? Lonin. And then I don't know who I'm putting in the third slot yet. I just wanted these two in my second deck slot. Uh, Deck design settings, Inazuma board, legend card back. Yeah, I don't know who I'm doing as a third yet. And then go over to Prince. Sorry, I wanted to view the card shop commodities. I wanted to see... Is her motorcycle a card? I also wanted to see what this does. Sure. It's not better than Venti's card, that's for sure. Um, Malika's motorcycle must be something else. She must have got that from somewhere else. Maybe it is a technique that she just has innately. Because I don't see... This could be good. It just depends on... Actually, wait, this is insane. Um, for me, assuming that yeah, I'm buying those, for sure. I'm not going to put it in that deck, but I definitely have some ideas for what I want to do with that. That's a really crazy engine card, actually. So yeah, as you can see, I'm a card game nerd. For all, like, 4 Genius Invocation players that exist in the world, I love this game. I wish I had the motivation to keep grinding everything. Okay, this is the new event, which I really don't care about. I mean, I do need the rewards, but... Dirk stuff, Archon Quest... Um... Well, she's not still here, so I can't ask her how long this is. Let's see. How long is a space and time for you? Yeah, I kind of... And is estimated to take 5 hours? Oh, that's the maintenance. Yeah, that's the maintenance. Never mind. You know it's going to be like 2 hours. People are saying it's pretty good. Uh, Hello, hexamethyl, whatever. Uh, oh, this is the event. That's not what I wanted. I came to go do this, and I immediately don't want to do it. Okay, let's do it. Let's just get it over with. Let's just get it over with. I'm just gonna get spoiled more on it and not want to do it even more.
Oh, Tulani and Paimon. Fancy that. I didn't expect to run into you two here.
Okay, I'm sorry. I need to immediately nitpick this from the first line. Who has ever called anyone by their hero name? Like, in general conversation. They still call Mualani Mualani. They still call Kanich Kanich. They don't do this for anybody else. I understand this is like because they allow us to name the Traveler whatever we want, but this is already not the proper way of doing that. Also, was Yon-san recast, or did her VA stop striking? I assume I would have heard if Yon-san had been recast.
Oh hey, Coach Yan-san. What are you doing here all by yourself?
I'm gonna listen while I go pee. BRB.
Just so you know, Paimon didn't come here to train. Paimon's not looking to sign up for any diet plan or bodybuilding class right now. Alright, got it. But seriously, what do you take me for? Some coach from hell? I'd never force a student into something they didn't want to do. That being said, a little aerobic exercise would probably do you some good. You could take over my patrol for a while. That would count.
I fucking hate manipulative ass people like this. I fucking hate it. Oh, I'm not gonna force you into doing it, but here's this thing that I want you to do that you could totally do. Just saying. No, you're manipulating me. That's what you're doing. You're not forcing it, you're just trying to use manipulation to force me into doing something I don't want to do. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Jokes aside, you're right. I'm looking for some help. The Collective of Plenty is holding a bodybuilding competition soon, and so many people have been busy squeezing in their last-minute workouts that we've run out of staff for patrols. Oh, so you've stepped in to cover their work. But don't you have a last-minute workout to do too?
Are you joking? Is this a joke? Like... Really? Really?
I'm good.
Eh.
For one thing, I believe peak conditioning can only be achieved through consistent training over a long time span. Cramming in a workout at
I mean, she's right.
does next to nothing for you.
Oh, I don't know. I need to stop nitpicking. I'm nitpicking from the first go. Okay, let's chill. Paralogism was very good. I don't know how to say that word still.
Weight classes, and there's no real competition in my own weight class. Yeah, that makes sense. Oh no! Don't look at Paimon like that. We are not the same weight class, and no way is Paimon competing against you. Traveler, let's just help with the patrol, all right? Otherwise, Yan-san's gonna make Paimon enter a bodybuilding competition.
Fucking...
Perfect. I managed to get you on board.
Fucking weird, dude.
Thank you both. It should be pretty routine. Just keep
Quick
your
question,
eye
how
out
old am I? I'm 29.
section.
It
Let's get
says so
back
in my
to it
bio.
when we're both done.
In all of my bios.
Leave it to us. We're
Also, I should just establish, if you hear me talking to someone who does not appear on stream, that is because I have YouTube chat and Twitch chat open because I'm dual streaming at the moment. Because that's way easier than migrating the VODs, and Twitch's auto migration seems to kind of fuck with the audio a little bit, so this is better for everyone involved. Ooh. It seems to fuck with the audio and the quality. Why are you saying liar to me being 29? My YouTube bio may not say 29, but my bio on every other social media platform should say 29. I'm pretty sure I updated them all. Yeah. True, my YouTube bio doesn't need my age in it because I don't do anything that you need to know my age for. I don't know. I don't. Even on Twitter, like, anyone can just put in a number for their age and you have no way of verifying if it's true or not. Like, I could say I'm 45 and you would have no way to disprove that. I think it's so funny that people are always like, ah, well, sites check to make sure you're an adult, so kids can't see all that kind of content, and it's like, were you a kid on the internet? You just click that yes, I'm over 18 box and you're in. You just set your birthday to 10 years earlier than your actual birthday and you're in. Like, it's not hard.
Hey, there's a hilichurl here. Why is it hiding away here? Ah, you woke it up.
It's the Traveler Chapter 2, and now I'm upset.
It ran away. Oh, guess our reputation in Natland is more fearsome than we thought.
You were there for the Kari Bear quest, Paimon. What do you mean? I swear to God, the Genshin writers don't play their own fucking stories. They don't remember half the details that are in them.
You mean that shiny thing? Huh. Must have dropped it as it ran off. Huh. Paimon bets that hilichurl thought it was a priceless treasure.
You're right, yes. The random hilichurl in the random Natlan cave had a canary, had a treasure that the Traveler was just fated to find.
So it might not be worth much, but still.
This is like Baby's first narrative. How do I get the main character to get the MacGuffin item we need them to get?
What is it?
Oh, they just find it in some random cave with a bad guy who runs away.
Regular old key? The style is unusual though. Doesn't look Natlanese. Where do you think it's from?
Huh? Did I miss something?
What do you mean? What hibernation chamber?
Did...
What spaceship?
Huh?
Wait, you mean the spaceship? The one that
Sorry. Sorry. Have I missed something? This is like an insane retcon, right? I'm not crazy, right? This is like the most insane retcon we've ever seen. There was no spaceship in that cutscene. They were flying. Like, sorry, I just have to pull up the cutscene again. What do you mean spaceship? What do you mean spaceship? What?
So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here from another world? But when you wanted to leave... So, what you're trying to say is that you fell here...
Oh, what's that? What's that? We fell here from another world? Doesn't sound like a spaceship to me.
Here? From another world?
Oh, that doesn't look like a spaceship to me. Oh, the heavens responded by sending our brother? Or by sending our brother to Conria? Doesn't sound like a spaceship to me. Like, am I insane? Is this not a huge retcon?
But when you wanted to leave and go on to the next
Doesn't look like you got a spaceship here either.
world, your path was
I don't see a spaceship here that they were getting ready to board.
blocked by some unknown god?
Outlanders, your journey ends here.
She doesn't look like a spaceship.
Who are you?
Okay, I'm done with this bit. But yeah, suffice to say, I'm already very tired of whatever this is.
How did that key show up here? Are you sure you didn't just drop it?
I still have mine. I'm speechless by how stupid this is.
Yeah, these look identical. So if one of them's yours, does that mean the other one is... Knew it! Huh, the keys to a spaceship!
Yeah,
Huh, somehow that really rams home the fact that you really are an actual alien. Oh, wait, no, descender.
This has been my feeling with Skirk, is that Skirk has retconned the entire game, and they're doing this thing like, oh, I've been by your side watching you this whole time, ooh, when there's been like, not even zero. There's been no hints whatsoever of this at all. There's been no foreshadowing. There's been not even a mention of this. And now I'm supposed to just be like, oh, yeah, okay, all this makes sense.
But anyway, now we know where it came from. The question is...
Like, did you guys play your own game?
Here.
I'm genuinely asking.
The simplest explanation is that your brother lost his key somewhere in
So I'm already out of the story from the first cutscene. That's great. Sorry, second cutscene.
Should we keep following this trail?
Ah, there you are. Looks like you went the
Oh, hey, Eon-san, what's up? Didn't think we were actually...
I came here to let you know that you don't need to keep patrolling anymore. The bodybuilding competition has just been cancelled. So the
Wait, canceled? Why? What happened?
The Abyss Order attacked.
Huh?
Does it?
I've heard of the Abyss Order. But
You aren't supposed to have remembered that.
Action on such a large scale.
That was the whole point of that moment, was that you were going to forget that you talked to him. Getting so angry.
It's like they're preparing to go to war.
One little sect versus the entire nation of war? How are they expecting to pull that off?
They're not one little sect. Am I missing a ton of lore? Was I expected to do Skirk's story quest before doing this? Huh?
I came here to let...
Based on everything we've seen from them so far, they usually prefer to act...
No clue. All we know is that our defenses are holding strong so far. So I'm gonna head to the Stadium of the Sacred Flame and see... Oh! Want to come with me? I'm sure everyone will feel better knowing that the hero of Natlan is on the case.
Why don't you say Tumaini there? Just curious.
Great. Then let...
I just got the quest started menu and I'm already so done with this shit. Dude, after the Mondstadt chapter too? Like... Holy shit. Where is that item? It should be in... here. But it's like... Yeah, no, I agree with that. But they're talking about it as if... Look, I'm sorry. Sure? Like... Like... You could have just been like, I don't know how I got this photograph, but clearly I've talked to him. And that would have been a million times better. Or I need to talk to him again and find out why I don't remember. And that would have been a million times better than trying to do this, I need to talk to him, not in a dream. Because the whole point was that the Loom of Fate made her forget that she talked to him. It was the whole point of why they were doing this. Oh. Okay, let it cook. Let it cook. Let it cook, I guess. Right, I can't just warp there. Man, this is already... You were so hot on that Mondstadt chapter, and we just immediately nosedived into retcon.
Oh? Ah, great timing, Eon-san. I was just about to send someone for you.
How are things looking? What's the latest work?
The Abyss Order has been spotted near several tribes at the same time. Clearly, this is a coordinated strike. Also, their numbers are much higher than expected. Their organization appears to have grown considerably, but because they're usually so secretive, this is the first we're learning.
I hate this.
Sounds like
I'm
they're
hating
telling
this.
everything they
I'm
know.
hating
That's what I'd like
this.
to know as well.
I'm hating this.
The revenge?
Seems unlikely.
It's too early to say anything.
Nobody noticed that the Abyss Order was getting stronger. We've been fighting them for 500 years, but we had no idea.
How are the battles going?
Well, even if they're committing all their forces to the fight, they're in for a tough time.
Yep. We have a whole nation's...
Yeah.
However, this is still a war. The tribes are organizing their defenses as we speak.
It does fit Mabuika's character. I can't be mad about this one. Mabuika is definitely the character that would be like, you don't have to fight with us if you don't want to, knowing full well that the Traveler cannot say, okay, I won't help you. Like, even if this wasn't personal, Mabuika is definitely the kind of character to be like, you don't have to help if you don't want to. I want you to do what you want to do. This also isn't true, is it? Well, I guess he is the Abyssal Prince. But, like, it's not true. The leader of the Abyss Order is, like, one of the sinners, right? I mean, I'm assuming it's Sertology just because it's a skirt patch, but might not be Pseudology, I don't know.
If you don't mind me asking, do you have any idea what his goal could be?
Safe to say, they're not exactly on the best terms at the moment. Ever since Paimon met the Traveler, she's been trying to track her brother down and get some answers. But he's been avoiding her.
It's not exactly true at
I
all.
see. So you two have fallen out. Huh. A pretty common occurrence between siblings.
That's not... Am I the only one that remembers that what he said to her when they first saw each other again on Tevat was, at the end of your journey, you will agree with me? Like, he's very clearly waiting for her to finish her journey. I don't understand why no one else remembers that, Lumine included.
Well, yeah, that may be. But the stakes are a little higher where these two are involved.
They certainly are. Although somehow it doesn't surprise me that a spat between the Traveler and Twin could affect the fate of the entire world.
That was so awkward. That was incredibly awkward phrasing. I feel like there's been this push by Hoyo Corporate to remove the pronouns of the main character from the writing, because then they don't have to record voice lines twice. But it leads to things like this, where you phrase things really awkwardly because you don't want to record two lines of Mabuika saying her and his. You could even just say there. Like, I feel like they go about trying to fix the problems in the wrong way, if that makes sense.
Just so I'm clear, you're still on Natlan's side, and you have no idea what your sibling is after. Is that right?
I mean, Zenless Zone Zero is worse, where they straight up just don't give. Like, sometimes they just straight up miss recording and changing a line in Belle's version of the story, and it will refer to, like, Belle's sister was my favorite one. Um, or, like, it'll call Belle he, or it'll call Wise she. I had that happen recently. I think that was in 2.0. They called Wise she. It's like, you've got to imagine there should be someone checking to make sure that doesn't happen. And the fact that there isn't is kind of concerning.
Well, that's a relief. When you first mentioned your sibling, I was worried we were about to be thrust into an impossible position. Our reports say that the Abyss Order has focused
I
most of
too
their
understand
efforts
the
against
basics of
activating the
foreshadowing.
If you don't plan on staying here with me, I'd recommend going there to lend them a hand.
I'll join you. Right now, the Collective of Plenty isn't facing a serious threat, so we should support the other tribes.
Yep, I'm gonna chalk this one up to,
Many thanks, you two.
Hoyo didn't want to try
Whatever
this
you
patch,
need,
so
I'll
that's
tell you
great.
right away.
Just, I say it a lot. Hoyo can tell good stories when they want to. Clearly they didn't want to this time. Unfortunately. Some people would say all of Natlan was that way. I disagree. Some parts of Natlan are really good. I think we have to acknowledge that Capitano is a really excellent story and is part of Natlan. But I definitely think, especially compared to Fontaine, Natlan's quality is really hit or miss, and much lower in general. In terms of writing, at least. I think their focus is just going in other areas, which I don't know if I agree with or not, as like a decision. Because it seems like they're trying to like expand the gameplay aspects and increase the events and rewards and stuff like that. Although rewards are not, they don't take a lot of work to increase that.
Here to reinforce us? How are things looking? No.
Oh, the situation must be pretty dire if it's managed to get Lolly out of the house.
Dire? No, I wouldn't go that far. I heard we're being hit the hardest out of all the tribes. What are they trying to imply? They just think we're pushovers or something? The more I thought
Sit,
about
Lolly.
it, the angrier I got. I couldn't exactly concentrate on my novel after that, so... well, here I am.
So, that's how they earned the ire of Granny Eatsley, huh?
Okay.
They call themselves...
Do we really need to do this?
Ugh, so tasteless. It's exactly the kind of two-dimensional name a clueless writer picks because they don't trust the rest of their writing to persuade the reader of who the real villains are.
I get the attempt at a meta joke. It's not funny. It's not. If you remove yourself from like the joke for a second and realize that Citlali has been living in Natlan for several hundred years and is now just being like, ooh, let me roast the Abyss Order for a while. Like, girl, no. Like, oh. I find it very difficult to believe this is the first time Citlali has ever heard of the Abyss Order.
Wait, what? Are you saying her brother is a member of the Abyss Order?
They recorded a pronoun there. Why would they do that? Interesting.
I said that because I was mad, but maybe I went too far. Hey, let's save the chat for later. We've got some enemies incoming. Good. A much-needed chance to vent my frustration. And not a moment too soon. Things were getting awkward there. Luckily, I'll never have to find out just how badly the rest of that conversation was gonna go.
It's not funny. Like...
You didn't have to say that last part out loud, Lolly. Anyway, let's get him!
She also didn't. Her lips didn't move, Paimon. That was the joke. Can Paimon read her thoughts still? I don't think she can. I'm so confused. I don't think Paimon had ever been able to read her thoughts, right? I also did not mean to Farina burst, but whatever.
Alright. Phew. Much better. That's more like it. impressive work, Granny Eatsley. If I'd known you were on the case already, I might have reconsidered whether your tribe really needed reinforcements.
If anyone should be reconsidering, it's the Abyss Order.
Experience says that if we head in the direction they were attacking from, we should find their stronghold. Why don't we press our advantage and destroy their base? They won't know what hit them.
Hey, was there a battle here just now? Need any help?
The warriors from the battle against the Abyss is still fresh on our minds, so everyone's used to working together.
Why is her lips not moving?
Morale's high and everyone's here. Let's go take down that stronghold.
Why are her lips not moving? What is going on? Did they just get so lazy they didn't even bother animating facial animations now? That's crazy. That's a whole new level of Hoyo laziness.
Rise with the sun.
You've already failed the vibe check. This story quest is dead. I'm just in get through it mode now.
What is that thing? It's like it's draining the strength right from my body. Find a way to destroy it.
Is this our fate?
The Abyss Order's resistance is faltering. Now's our chance.
It's like they chose all of the most obnoxious enemies at once. Okay. Alright. Oh, I'm in a special story mode. Great. Thank you.
Bring it. Suffer the wrath of Eastleigh. The mining killing song. Shower with praise. Like the mountain's main portal.
Shalonen doesn't get a sample for Sitlali. That's funny. I mean, it makes sense, but, like, I just have not tested how Shalonen works with a fifth party member.
Fulfill our pact.
I guess I can just on-field Sitlali, right? Hold probably does something? Yeah, that was pretty effective. Oh, it's about to be like, why are we... Actually, yeah, why are we attacking with Sitlali right now? Okay, we're just gonna hang out for a second, and Farina's gonna switch over to healing mode, and we're gonna get the party healed back up. I did not realize they were going to go a little harder on the difficulty than I expected. We may need to actually try. It seems like their strategy was go harder on the difficulty and give you immune NPCs. So we'll just let them do the work while we get healed up. And since this is going to take like a minute, I'm going to go pee. Oh, was I unmuted sitting down? Sorry, I normally try to mute for that because it's pretty loud. Like how they're still full health. Like, these guys are just immune. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like... Also, like, there's so much with this retcon. Where it's like... People already complain that Genshin has become sci-fi. Why would you now retcon... I mean, granted, people expected Genshin to be something it wasn't, but... Why would you make that big of a retcon when one of the biggest criticisms is already that you've gone too sci-fi? You know what I mean? Like, it just seems like doubling down. Which, I guess, I mean, especially when you consider, like, how the Honkaiverse is set up, I guess it does make sense. The Honkaiverse is very sci-fi, so I guess ripping the Band-Aid off had to happen eventually? I'm being really charitable. I feel like it could have been done much better. Oh, Farina's in the wrong mode, lol. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, Farina, please. I'm noticing that they're already pushing freeze again. I hate this new design philosophy for Genshin. I hate it so much. The new chess boss is just twin marionettes from ZZZ, but made infinitely worse by forcing the freeze reaction.
This was anticlimactic. I was hoping for a personal apology at the very least. And ideally, a whole speech acknowledging the superior might of the Masters of the Nightwind.
She was never like this. I'm
I'm
sorry. I need to be pissy. She was not like this. She was normal. She just liked books. Liked novels. Now she's one of those people who's like, yes, this twist is very passé. Yes, it's not very interesting or thought-provoking. Yes. And it's like, you're just being annoying.
With the stronghold cleared, this area should be safe for the time being. But still, something tells me we can't afford to let our guard down yet.
Were I in charge of this narrative, I would create something far more interesting. Okay, do it then, bitch. Haven't seen you being a bestseller. Actually, I'm pretty sure she has written books through EI Publishing House, if I recall her lore correctly.
Well, I don't know, but it seemed like they sensed something. Huh? Not sure I follow. They did a tactical
Biolab's my favorite because it's just a bunch of whales flexing their C6s like anyone is going to be like impressed by them spending money to get a C6. It's so funny to me.
It seems out of character to cut their losses and run like that.
Like, I'm a whale, but I don't post about like, oh, I just got C2 Yishuan.
I'm saying we don't know enough to be sure of anything at this stage. So let's stay alert and keep our defenses at the ready.
Alright, well, I guess I can order food because I don't care about this story anymore. Does Chipotle still have adobo ranch for free? Yeah, that's what it is. I might get another salad. That was really good yesterday. There's so if you don't know, Mod Pizza, which is basically Subway but for pizza, also has salads. So it's Subway but for salads. And it's actually really good. I had one for lunch yesterday, and I was pretty impressed.
Maybe you can finally get some answers. Wait, you're leaving? But I was still debating whether to invite you to the first victory feast. Go ahead, you two. See, Lolly and I will take care of things here.
God, she's so self-absorbed. Maybe I just don't like C. Lolly. Maybe I don't like her as much as I thought I did. She is so self-absorbed. I'm just mad. Because, like, they've introduced something that had zero foreshadowing, and they've introduced such a retcon that it obviously has to be for upcoming story information, including for this story. And at that point, it's like, the entire story was implying one thing, and changing it to be that a spaceship brought the travelers here is such a retcon. Like, how does that even make sense? A spaceship brought the travelers here. What are the logistics of that? Is the entire opening cutscene now a lie? And it brings into question, like, the new anime. Are they gonna go over the spaceship that brought the travelers here that has never been mentioned up until now? Who built said space? I guess this is kind of nitpicky. That's kind of nitpicky. We can leave that one alone. But, like, the heavens responded by sending her brother to Conria. So, does that make the heavens that god that intercepted them? That was already kind of my assumption, but we're creating a timeline here where it's like, spaceship brings you to what is essentially Celestia, or the gate to Celestia, I suppose. And then the god intercepts you and your brother. I mean, that's what's so frustrating about it, is it's like, it doesn't not make sense. But I feel like if this had been the lore the whole time, and Traveler clearly just remembers this, and has the hibernation key, apparently, I feel like someone, being the Traveler, would have mentioned it. Ever. I, I hate when stories retcon things.
We've scoured the entire. Are we supposed to believe that it just fell out of your brother's?
Are we supposed to believe that it exists at all? Oh, right, yeah, I didn't remember what you said. I was like, I read what you said earlier, and I was like, that's interesting. I don't know what she's talking about. But now that I see this NPC again, I do remember seeing all the Hoyo Lab posts of this NPC and how important she is. I don't know. I do. I'm not against the direction Genshin is going. I'm trying to think of how to phrase this sentiment.
No, now isn't the time.
I need to just finish the story quest at this point before having a take.
Can't keep running.
Yeah, where are they?
Huh?
Like, the more the wheels are turning in my head of, like, Ineffa and stuff, the new characters we're getting,
This really isn't the time to be joking.
I could be into where we're going. I just need to make sure that's where we're going. Because I don't know where the fuck Ineffa's gonna come from.
Completely serious. We don't see any mobs.
But how? Ugh, there's no time. They're coming.
What's wrong with that girl? Oh no! It looks like something really. Quick, let's see if she's okay.
Are we gonna get into, like,
Wrong? Are you hurt?
quantum theory, different planes of existence?
Right there. You need to get out of here. It's too dangerous.
Wait, are we going to? Why is that one yellow?
Huh? Oh, now you finally see them. Well, great.
Savior?
Yeah, I mean, I've unfortunately been spoiled on other things about this storyline that make me already kind of see where we're going with that.
You done?
That's not a prototype Amber, is it? No, that is a prototype Ember
It's like you were
still.
slicing at thin air. Kind of funny, actually. Oh, really?
She's very amphorious. I don't know how I feel about that. Clearly, I mean, like, we can see her eyes, right? Clearly she is Conrian.
Sure.
And I've already seen the domain that we'll be going into. So,
It's nothing.
the fact she's now calling us savior as well.
No need. I didn't think much of it when the monsters were breathing down our necks, but now that I've calmed down, holding hands with you like this, I'm just a little shy, that's all. Huh? Have you never shaken hands with someone before? You sure get flustered easily.
My face is in my palm.
Well, anyway, I haven't had the chance to introduce myself yet. I'm Deardith. Thanks for, saving me just now.
My face is in my palm. I mean, the name is definitely Conrian, which is weird to me that I feel that way. Right? Like, why am I just seeing this name and being like, oh yeah, that's a Conrian name? When the only other Conrian name, which I don't even know if it's actually Conrian, is Kaya.
And this is the Traveler. With her around, you'll be safe from any monsters. As long as they're visible. So, what was the deal with those monsters just now, anyway? Your guess is as good as mine. I could see them the whole time, so when you said you couldn't, I thought you were making fun of me.
Because, like...
That must have been scary. The idea that we'd stand by and laugh while some poor girl was being hunted down by monsters?
Because, like, Conria being on a different plane of existence, but still existing, is such an interesting concept that could be real. That they could do. And that would make a lot of sense. I just don't... I don't feel like we're going in that direction.
Don't worry.
It doesn't... It feels too clean, right?
When we say we can't see something, it's because we really can't see it.
Also, weren't we supposed to be investigating the monster's stronghold or something? Did I miss what's going on? Why did we come back to this cave? Why did we come back to this cave? What was the logic here?
But more importantly, did the monsters hurt you? How bad is it? It's nothing serious. But I did sprain my ankle back there. I won't be doing any more running for a while. Good idea! We'll take you!
This is fine. Like, I
Thanks so
can
much.
I can definitely
Despite being
believe
injured, I still feel much safer with you around.
I can definitely believe that the Traveler and Paimon feel bad because they didn't believe her at first because they couldn't see the monsters, so they take care of her. Like, I could definitely believe this setup. It's just how we got here is so weird.
I'm gonna stay here until I heal up. Don't want to risk running into any more monsters. Yeah, you already took a big.
This is probably the most believable part of the story so far to me. This just feels very in character for the Traveler and Paimon.
A small village, far away from here. I walked for what seemed like forever and lost my way, so... Yeah, I have no idea where I am
I could
anymore.
probably take you back to your
Maybe all these
village.
trials and tribulations are part of the journey. No one said finding the savior is gonna be easy. Huh. That's the second time you called the Traveler a savior. What's all that about?
Well, her name is
Sorry,
Tumaini.
it just slipped out. I was caught off guard. The resemblance is so uncanny.
Oh no, not this trope.
Anyway, let me start from the beginning. There was once a sage who passed through my village. People got the sense that she was truly omniscient. The sage said that doomsday was coming. But as that day approached, a savior would reveal themselves to us.
Yeah, that's probably
The day of
Barbeloff.
disaster is almost upon us. So my grandmother begged me to leave the village and find the savior before it's too late. Doomsday? I've heard people talk about the savior since I was a
You
kid.
know,
Growing up, it really made an impression on me. The description is practically etched into my mind. So when I saw your golden hair for the first time, it was like this image that's existed in my mind's
Oh,
eye
good,
all these
good.
years.
Being blonde. Everyone who is blonde is the savior of Tevat. Just so you all know.
Oh, so that's why you were lost for words when you first saw her.
I'm willing to bet it's her brother, not her.
Definitely got what it takes to be a savior. And she's already got a ton of titles, so she won't mind one extra.
Actually, I don't think it's her.
It's not, it's her brother.
But
Or
did you say
Dane.
that
One of the
everything
two.
matched?
Everything except the gender.
Yeah,
The savior was described as
very
a
obvious.
man.
Again, this trope is overdone.
Savior?
Extremely
There are
overdone.
Gender requirements to be a savior? Really?
Paimon. That wasn't the point. That was so not the point. Like, Paimon would not have made this statement if it were not a meta joke. Which is the kind of shit I fucking hate. Because it is the writer's inability to separate themselves from the universe they're writing. Oh god, I fucking hate this.
Oh, of
Like, I agree with you, Paimon. That wasn't the point. That wasn't the statement. You're doing that for no reason.
You have a brother? Well, then that's it. Oh, it's him. It has to be. Oh, thank
Also, if you
goodness.
think your brother's, if you know your brother's the leader of the Abyss Order, why would you tell her that? Why? So much about this is a train wreck already.
Lucky. It just depends if we can find him.
You haven't been trying.
Huh? But
You have not been trying at all. No god has told you anything about your brother except for Nahida, and yet still you for some reason think all of the gods know what your brother is doing.
It wasn't on purpose, but that's the reality, so it's hard to avoid.
okay.
This is obnoxiously bad.
Since you're looking for him
Like-
anyway, why don't we team up? We might stand a better chance if we work together.
You can tell this Traveler chapter was designed to be the Traveler chapter where they add the skip ahead feature. Because they are obnoxiously reminding you of the plot of the game.
Yes. Everyone says that the disaster is inevitable.
Because, by the way, you used to not be able to skip forward in the Traveler chapters until this chapter came out.
Rescue us all from our pain and suffering. I've always dreamed of meeting the savior.
Do you really buy this whole doomsday thing? Seems kind of far-fetched.
You're joking, right? You're joking, Paimon, right? Paimon, that was a joke, right? You can't seriously be asking if the person who has saved the world several times believes the doomsday thing. Right? We're not seriously asking that. That was like a joke, right, Paimon? That wasn't like a serious doubt. Oh my god. You gotta fire whoever wrote this patch. They did not try. They did not even play your game. Like, that's the thing about this, is it's like,
See?
we have the Loom of Fate.
Sure,
So,
guilty conscience.
they can pull their favorite twist, which is it was all fake, as much as they want.
Something's clearly bothering you. You want to tell us what's going through
So they can create all the stupid shit they want, and then just say, oh, well, it was a lie.
How should I put it? The traveler looks just like the savior of my dreams. And it's not every day that the savior of your dreams swoops in and saves the day in your moment of crisis. So I'm just a little overwhelmed, that's all. 3 seconds of unbroken eye contact is the limit. I don't think my mind and body can handle any more than that.
What do you mean?
Okay, Vivian.
What happens after 3 seconds?
She comes.
I'm sorry. Please forget that I said anything. Let's just leave it there for now.
I also love how Traveler literally listened to a storyteller tell a story to kids about how Traveler saved them at the end of the Natlan Archon quest. with a fucking smile on her face. But now that she's having a one-on-one interaction with someone who has the same admiration for her, she's like, I don't know how to respond. It's like, really? What was so different to you about those two situations? Like, I get it, you're not actively involved in the conversation, but like, this should not be new to you. This should not be something you're unused to, you know? Like, you should not know how to respond. That one feels more nitpicky, but it's like, what about this situation is so much more different than the 6 nations we've been through so far?
Thank you.
Are you sure you'll be okay here on your own? Do you have enough to eat?
I'll be fine. I might not be much of a fighter, but I know how to stay hidden. And if I get hungry, I'm sure I'll find something around here. Don't worry about that.
All right then. Well, take care. Being on your own isn't easy.
Comedy.
What a mysterious girl. We should definitely keep an eye on her.
Comedy.
But hey,
Comedically
she's
stupid.
you, and it sounds like she's gonna help look for your brother when she's anyway.
Comedically
That's all
stupid.
the progress we're gonna make for now. Let's head back to the Masters of the Night Wind and see if they
Sorry.
can help.
I know, especially coming off the Honkai Star Rail story stream, where I was also just molding like this at how bad it was. I feel really bad. I do really enjoy Hoyo writing generally. But, you know, I'm not gonna pretend I like it when I don't, I guess, is how I would say it. Like, I don't think that helps anyone.
Rise with the sun.
Oh, you're back! How did it go? Find anything?
Nothing substantial, unfortunately. But we had the weirdest experience.
So I take it that the war's still on?
I'm so lost. Was the idea that the Traveler and Paimon going to a cave was gonna stop the war with the Abyss? Like, I'm not insane for not being able to interpret
That's okay.
this, right?
I just wasn't sure, because things seemed to be at a standstill while you were gone. The Abyss Order hasn't attacked us, and since we don't know what they're planning, we haven't made a move either. In a word, it's a stalemate. The guards have been keeping watch around the clock, but for everyone else, you wouldn't even know we're at war.
Isn't the guards keeping watch around the clock kind of like an indication?
It makes you wonder what the Abyss Order's thinking.
Not really.
Traveler, if you have the time, could you go and pay a visit to the guards? They've been working a pretty demanding schedule. I was gonna go see them myself, but I'm sure they'd appreciate a visit from the greatest hero of our time.
Oh, but you're a great hero too, Yan-san.
I'm so over
Great.
the...
Seem to-
Why does she feel so obligated at this point? Like, it's so hard to believe that her motivation is still, I must talk to my brother, knowing he's an evil jackass. Right?
Wow. To my
Like, what's your
dark
plan
hero.
there? What's the
We've
end
actually
goal?
fought together before. You probably don't remember it. That's to be expected. You took point, and I was much further back in the ranks. I saw you, though. You were a great inspiration to us all.
Thank you for standing guard this whole time.
It's all good. Honestly, it's not been that much work. Haven't heard a peep from the enemy. Nothing that would indicate an impending attack. I've spotted a bunch of Abyss Order operatives, but they weren't acting hostile, just hanging around. There were even moments when they seemed to be meditating. At least, that's what it looked like to me. Maybe it's part of their religion or something. Out of an abundance of caution, I asked some shamans from the tribe to take a look and see if there was anything nefarious at work. But they didn't sense anything untoward, so we just put it down to religious ceremony and left them to it.
Huh. Interesting. Oh well, the more time time they spend meditating, the less time they spend trying to beat us to a
You
pulp.
didn't be mad. That was so fucking stupid. You just got done being attacked by these guys, and you're like, oh, well, they just seem to be meditating, so I mean, I guess we'll leave them to it. I understand you don't want to be aggressive, but like, actually, no, I don't understand why you don't want to be aggressive. Isn't this like the greatest threat to your nation? Didn't Mabuika just say that? I'm not understanding the logic here.
Well, the shamans didn't raise any concerns, so how bad could it
You're
be?
right.
As
Yeah,
far as
you're
I'm
right.
concerned, so long as they don't pose an active threat, they can do all the cult worship activities they want. Besides, as soon as everything's in place and we're ready for an all-out offensive, there'll be no match for us.
Huh. Sounds like morale is pretty high. Guess there's strength and confidence in numbers. Let's keep going, traveler.
The whole idea here is to foreshadow that things are going to get more dire than they seem, but it's like, we've done this like 8 times at this point. I know that it's going to end with the Traveler winning. There's no stakes.
Is that Tumaini? What brings you here? Is this, like, a meet and greet? I wasn't... I'm so nervous.
It'd be really cool if we had ever, like, seen this
You
before.
marched to war without so much as blinking. What's so scary about a chat with a traveler, huh?
It's not the same thing at all. There are plenty of chances to go to war. But a one-on-one chat with our great hero?
So
That'd
fucking
be
weird, dude.
a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. How can I not be nervous? What if I say something wrong? Or if my posture's bad? Or if I accidentally make a weird expression with my face?
What's the, again,
One
like,
bad impression
writer?
for life.
What's the point?
No one's here to judge you on your posture or your
Wha-
facial expression.
What's the point? Hurry it up.
All right then. I'm sorry, great hero, but I have a small favor to ask.
Let Paimon guess. An autograph, right?
Sorry, why did we even come here? I'm so lost at what we're
May I
doing.
challenge you to a fight?
What? How can you be so audacious and so sheepish at the same time? Huh. Paimon's starting to think your nervousness is all just an act.
No, of course not.
Why do people think the
I just
story
figured
quest
that
is
if I
good?
ask now,
Are
I'll
you
regret
joking?
it for the rest of my
Why am I
life.
seeing people say this is a good quest? I'm so
But I am
confused
still on
now.
patrol. So please, great Paimon, if you wouldn't mind taking over for me for just a few minutes?
Ugh. Again with the sheepish audacity. Just pick one or the other, will you?
This is a perfect illustration of, like, are you really even looking for your brother anymore? That's what we're supposed to be doing here, right?
Ugh.
I thought Paimon was supposed to be patrolling. Why is she behind me?
Obviously, I never expected to win, but until now, I didn't appreciate just how great the gulf was between us. I'll be bragging about the day I got to spar with Tumaini for the rest of my life. Today's really my lucky day.
Ugh. Paimon can't keep up with you. Your tone has changed all over again. Now you've had a spar with the traveler. What gives?
Well, some people connect through conversation, but we warriors bond by sparring. And now that I've had a bout with the hero, we're no longer strangers. Nothing to be nervous
End of
about
Natlan's
anymore.
story, by the way.
Okay.
I just,
To each their own. But
Might have-
Paimon's still gonna stick to conversation.
I don't know, might have been something to do at the start of Natlan's story to illustrate how Natlan is different from other nations. I don't know. You know?
Not at all. We haven't spotted any
I'm
new
not,
enemy
like, I'm not
units.
disagreeing with you that that's how that would probably work in Natlan, but it just seems like a weird timing choice to do this bit.
Nothing here either. Let's do another
Like,
round.
this is another really common trope, and it just seems like a strange choice of time. Like,
Back. So, did the guards find anything?
what is going on? I'm so confused. And it's not a good kind of confusion. It's like just nothing you've written
The
makes
Hidden
any
Order
sense.
has been doing some kind of meditation or prayer, but apparently it seemed harmless. Paimon wants to lodge a complaint about one of the guards, though. His name's Kintalo.
Really, Paimon?
Hmm?
Paimon's also just not the type of person to do that. Like, I really feel like the person who wrote this patch didn't play the game at all and just got, like, blurbs.
Already? And no one thought to wake me up, huh?
In fairness, you look pretty hungover. Can't imagine anyone wanting to wake you up in that state.
I'll have you know I'm perfectly sober when I'm hungover.
Bars.
Okay.
Fucking
I'll admit
bars.
that sounds strange at face value.
No, Sitlali, that was fucking bars.
What I meant to say is,
That you hear that in a rap verse, it is gonna go hard.
disorder engaging in meditation?
Yeah, that's right. Does that mean anything to you,
In
Siglin?
fact, I would believe that is already a verse in a song that I just have not heard.
Something strange in my dream. It was vague, but it seemed as if some noise had found its way into Natlan's ley lines.
Oh, what does that mean?
This is kind of what I expected to
Hard
be
to
the
say.
twist.
I don't think it had any tangible effect on the Night Kingdom or on our ley lines, but still.
My idea is going to be that there's going to be this layer, I don't know how exactly you would say it, this realm of distortion, and that is in which the village that she lives in exists. And this is, I'm kind of cheating because I've
A
seen
signal that exists
some posts on
a
Hoya
different
Lab that
dimension
make
of
it
reality.
pretty obvious where we're going
It
with
might
this
not
one.
interfere with
To a
our
degree,
quest
at
or
least.
pose any
Obviously, my
deterrent
predictions are
risk.
wrong a lot of the time, but
I just get the sense that something strange is
it's
going on.
it's clear that
Oh.
she's right, something strange is
Seems
going
that
on.
someone is
It's clear
familiar
that
with the
some
ley
sort
lines
of like
and knows what's
dimensional
going
thing
on.
is going to happen here.
No wonder the shamans at Satura called to the front lines couldn't sense anything.
Ian-san, I think we should go talk to the chiefs. There's no point dragging this out. We need to take the initiative and drive the Abyss Order out of Natlan for good.
If that's the Council of Granny Eatsley, I'm sure the chiefs will agree. But it will still take us some time to gather the required force. In war, adequate planning and preparation is the key to victory.
Sure, but the finer details aren't my concern. Anyway, I'll leave you to it. Just remember to come find me when you're— Oh? Sure, what is it? Huh, you mean only select individuals can see them? Now that's a strange one. I guess they could be manifestations of a disturbed psyche? Or extreme negativity embodied in physical form?
I got a question.
Could also be a simple case of dead monsters whose souls got stuck here somehow. Well, I say simple. Things quickly get confusing when you start looking into monster souls. For starters, trying to figure out which classification system to use is a real pain in the—
Alright, we get it. Granny Eatsley's learning and wisdom knows no bounds. But could we just get the short answer?
What do you mean
Hey, I
classification
was just
system?
thinking out loud. You really
What
think
does
I
that
was just
mean?
trying to flaunt my knowledge?
Shouldn't there be one classification
Anyway,
system
the
for
short answer
monsters?
is there are
Like,
many potential explanations
into
for the
classes?
phenomenon you describe.
What?
That said, it's not something I've ever encountered in all my years.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, if Granny Eatsley's never seen it, it might as well not exist, right?
Yeah, she's the oldest entity in Teyvat, sure. Yeah, that was the stupidest thing you've ever said,
Elaborate
Paimon.
on what happened?
Do you know how old
Sounds
Zhongli is?
rather mysterious.
He's,
Really?
like,
You had to hold her
I
hand
think
to
Nouvelette
monsters?
is even older than
Sounds a little
Sitlali,
contrived.
right? And he's like fairly young
That's
in terms of
bothers
eternal
me.
beings. Sorry, I missed that. What was that? Was that cute or was that stupid? Oh, that was just Sitlali having problems with the narrative again. This is a thing that insecure writers do all the time, is that they think if they have characters call out how silly some of their writing choices are, it makes it not silly, or it makes it like okay. that you've acknowledged it. No, it actually makes it worse that you've acknowledged that it was contrived and you still did it. I don't know what you want me to tell you. It was contrived. It was very silly. I understand where you're going with it. I'm sure it is going to make sense logically, but you tried to get to that outcome and wrote backwards, and it's very clear. And that's what being contrived is.
But that's neither here nor there. What bothers me is, it sounds like she's convinced that your sibling, the leader of the Abyss Order, is a savior. That really makes me question whose side this girl is on, and whether what she told you about her background is actually the truth.
We know so much that we could explain, and we're just not going to, and we're just not going to connect the pieces, and then we're going to have to act like we're surprised when we find out that she's from Conria. And it's just like, this is another problem I have with Hoyo narratives recently, is that characters just leave out information they know and don't think any further, and then it's like a twist. Hey, Lily.
Sorry if that comes across as paranoid. It's just hard not to be suspicious of everything when we're in the middle of a war.
Actually, Paimon feels like you make a fair point.
Whoever this girl is, she's
Yeah, I can't believe nobody considered that before Ianson said it.
Just jumping to conclusions.
Yeah, okay, sure, yeah, sure, that, sure, that makes sense. Being like, that is the most... You're not wrong, Paimon, but I guess, I don't know, the more I think about it, I actually kind of like that. It's like an illustration of like, Yansan is being reasonable and being like, well, we need to be careful and we need to figure out whether or not she's being truthful and what side she's on, and Sidlali's just like, well, she's a bad guy. And Paimon's like, you're jumping to conclusions. I actually like that. That's a good illustration of like, you can be cautious and you can be untrusting, but you don't have to immediately assume that they're a bad person.
It's hard to know what to make of it. A young lady all by herself, lost in the middle of nowhere.
I actually kind of like that one. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna pretend I hated that. That was good. I had to think about it a little bit, but I do like that. That was pretty good.
At the very least, we should remain vigilant. Keep a close watch on her.
Well, we left her in a cave alone by herself because, I'm still not sure why we did that. Anyway.
Sounds sensible. On that note, we probably shouldn't have left her by herself in that cave.
Again, insecure writer thing. If you're gonna call yourself out, just don't do it. Am I insane? Also, I just noticed I should probably move this PNG tuber over to the left a little bit. That's good.
Traveler, we still need some
Just,
time.
like, you wrote the story. I'm sorry. You also wrote the line that is criticizing your own story. Just so we're clear.
It's settled then.
You could just not write the thing that you criticized. You could just write something else. No, it's... That's the thing, too, is that, like, that kind of writing is really popular with some type of people, and I don't understand why.
Here we are. Deardith will still be here, right? Oh, it's so quiet was right. Maybe she never intended to stay here at all. Traveler, watch out! Oh, sorry. I didn't know it was you. I heard a noise and I thought it was the monsters coming to get me. Did I hurt you? Oh, I'm so sorry. I wasn't thinking straight. Phew. That was scary. Paimon thought we'd walked into a trap. Maybe we shouldn't have sneaked in without announcing it. Then you would have
Snuck.
known we weren't monsters.
Snuck. The word is snuck, not sneak.
To be honest, I've been really on edge since you left. I just have this constant feeling that any
I'm
second,
actually not sure about
the
that one.
monsters are gonna come back and get me. And it's not like I can run from them. There's also no way to cook here. It's good you got back when you did.
Oh, interesting.
Probably would have found me starved to death.
So snuck is a more American English kind of informal version of sneaked, but both are technically correct. Okay, fair enough.
If you really thought you were gonna starve or get killed by monsters, why'd you promise that you'd be okay here on your own? I just didn't want to lose face in front of my hero. She already saved my life once. That's more than enough. I just don't want to come across as a constant burden.
Okay, Vivian.
Huh. For someone on the brink of starvation, you're pretty preoccupied with your image. What's the real reason? What? That is the real reason. I'm kind of bearing my soul here, you know?
Yeah, no, you're not helping your case. No, she's not. The act is falling apart.
Anyway, so, could you make me some food now?
What, you can't cook?
Oh, Paimon's getting hungry now, too. Go on, then. You can join us for dinner.
I had kind of expected the hour and a half option to be like, obviously I wasn't gonna actually spend an hour and a half cooking.
Thanks for saving me, again. Starvation feels like a distant memory now. Huh. You can really pack it away, Deirdre. Guess that explains how you had the energy to make it this far. I tried so hard to hold back, but it looks like I still came across like a total glutton. Paimon didn't even realize how late it is. Hey, the night sky here is really pretty. Yeah.
Oh, it had to take forever to cook because of the night sky.
Relax and enjoy it.
Right.
I was cooped up in that cave the whole time you were gone. Now I'm finally out. The air seems fresher.
I honestly think I'm just gonna get a salad again. Those were really good last night.
You weren't in there that long.
And it came really fast. I'm gonna try a mini, though, instead of a normal. Oh, I bet it's their feta that tasted like blue cheese.
When I was young, I used to lie on the roof of my house, gazing up at the stars.
Was
And often,
Gorgonzola
my mind would drift to this question. Is this starry sky
tastes like blue
actually
cheese?
real?
Oh, yes, Gorgonzola is the type of blue cheese. Okay, never mind. That's what it was. I didn't like it. I don't like blue cheese. My dad loves blue cheese. Their anchovies were not good. Their bacon was terrible, dude.
Think of all the people in our village who spend their entire lives here, she'd say. To them,
I might just get
that little
chicken.
village is their whole world. And so, if it's our destiny to live beneath this sky all our lives, then whatever may or may not lie beyond, this is our world. And that sky is real to us. Paimon.
Sorry, I was ordering my salad. Um, yeah, that should be the first thought that you have if someone says, "Is this starry sky actually real?"
Is it kind of like how journeying with the traveler is everything to Paimon right now?
That one didn't get me.
I
That one
really
was cheap and
treasured
crap.
my world for a really long time.
That one was a cheap and crap attempt at emotional manipulation. That one did not get me. And I love Paimon. But that was really
Enjoy
cringe.
everything. The houses, the scenery, stories I always loved to hear about the Savior. But I could never bring myself to agree with Grandma.
The
Even if the village
savior.
was my entire world, I still had to know what lay outside its borders.
Yeah! Go you!
So, I finally ventured out and set off on my journey to find the Savior. I'm going to make my world bigger, one step at a time. And I'm not going to stop until I've seen what's beyond the stars. Maybe then, I'll finally get an answer to the question I had as a child. Who knows? Maybe one day, I'll be sitting and chatting just like we are now, but with someone from another world.
Yeah, one day. Oh, if only we could tell her. But it's probably best not to open that can of worms right now.
Yeah, so you should just
I
whisper
need to
that
find the
directly to
Savior
me
and
in front
protect
of
my
her.
world. Then, I can make sure it continues to grow. That's the most worthwhile thing I could think of doing. So I've been giving it everything I've got.
You know what? It's pretty cool. Paimon kinda wants to root for you now.
Oh, sorry. I got a little carried away. I always get chatty after a hearty meal. Just like my grandma.
I mean, yeah, she's manipulating you and gaslighting you. Of course you think that, traveler.
Hold on. Shh. It's them. The monsters are back.
Where? Oh, still invisible, huh?
Can you see them now?
Monsters of the valley! Light it up! Both bring it! Coming at ya! Strike a pose! Wrath from the sky! Rev the engines! Huh? Wow, that was fast! Did you get all of them? I'm slowly but surely getting used to the sight of you fighting thin air. You doing alright, Deirdith? Deirdith?
Oh, you're right. I was muted.
Hey,
Thanks,
it's
wifey.
okay. There's nothing to be scared of anymore. Oh, I'm fine. I just spaced out there for a moment. You spaced out? That's a pretty bold move under the circumstances. I was just... the image of the traveler fighting to protect me. I was trying to commit it to memory. Seems like the least I can do. Alright. Whatever floats your boat. Anyway, there are no more monsters in the area, and it's getting late. Why don't you stay here tonight?
Alright, sorry, I had to take my dog. Yeah, we can smoke. I gotta load.
Sounds reasonable to Paimon. What do you think, traveler?
So my guess is that she's a lure for the beasts. For the monsters somehow. A lure or either controlling them directly, but I don't think it's that simple. Romeo!
Alright. Deirdith will be... Huh? Deirdith? Why are you going in alone?
He's so fucking needy. I'll have to start saying, no, I can't give free daycare anymore. Okay, I mean... Is that who that is? Okay. Okay. Thanks. 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 I'm trying not to mull too hard because this isn't that stupid. It's just I'm in a bad mood and I think this is dumb.
Indeed.
Cool, man. I don't.
A blood-red sky. Wild beasts that slaughter all in sight. Endless pain. A terrible curse that cannot be reversed. And the birth.
Yeah, this was obvious. It was obvious what we were talking about.
You're awake. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to, You just look quite distressed, like you were having a nightmare. I thought if I took your hand into mine, you might find it soothing. At least, that's what my family always did when I had nightmares. But it didn't seem to work on you. In fact, I think I made it even worse. I'm so sorry.
Oh, is that right? Huh. You better not be trying to pull a fast one on the Traveler.
What? Don't be so... I have more self-control than that.
Self-control? What does that have to do with it?
Yeah, that was a really weird choice of words. We can't just let that go. That was a really weird choice of words.
You go ahead. But
Oh.
Do I really seem that shady to
there should
you?
be enough food for 3 days. Make sure you eat the perishables
Lay down.
first, so nothing goes to waste. You can't tell which stuff is perishable, right?
Yeah, I can tell from the ingredients. Thank you so much for making all this for me. 3 days will definitely be enough time for my ankle to heal. Then I'll continue on my journey to find the savior.
All right, then we'll be off. Bye for now, Deirdith.
See you? Wait! But if this is goodbye, how am I supposed to find you again? Oh, I mean, what if I find your sibling? How am I supposed to let you know?
That's a good point. We share the same goal, but we're constantly on the road, so we've got no fixed address. How about this? When the time comes, you can just write a letter to Mawika. She'll be able to find us for sure.
Mawika? Who's Mawika?
Okay, so like here's the thing. Really? Really, Traveler? Fine. Sure, let's ignore this extremely suspicious thing this person said for the 15th time in this story quest. And just fight some monsters instead.
Into war?
Where? What are you talking about?
A bunch of Abyss Order thugs. You don't see them? They're heading right this way.
That's strange. I guess it's my turn to not be able to see the monsters. You're right. I see them now. You weren't joking after all.
What a weird situation. Well, might as well mow these. Woohoo! All done.
So, there's no more of them, right? I still can't wrap my mind around this. Why couldn't I...
It's really not all that baffling if you understand how alternate realities work. And alternate planes of existence. I really feel like the Traveler should not be this confused.
See ya, and
I really, really feel like the Traveler should not be this confused. That's weird. Oh well, see ya. Like, you couldn't write better parody, honestly. It's so stupid.
Hey, Yansan! We ran into quite a big group from the Abyss Order just now. Has something happened at the front?
The front line has collapsed.
Huh? But how?
No, relax. Their front line has collapsed, not ours.
Feels like you could have phrased that more clearly at the start. But this is good news, right? Why'd you still look so serious?
No, we're still mustering troops. Nowhere near ready to go on the offensive. So at first, I was also confused about what exactly happened out there. But just now, I got the full story from a guard who was on the scene. He watched the enemy lines crumble in real time.
What did he see?
One person. Just a single individual. They stormed the enemy lines and they wielded an unknown power and fought with a sword style that no one recognized. The guard who I'm only recounting what I heard, and assuming they're a neutral party, will need to—
honestly, with the Abyss Order acting out so publicly, it's about Dainsleif.
So what? 2 hours into the Archon quest, we finally got into the actual plot? Just saying. Just saying. You know, if it weren't a live service game, they wouldn't be wasting my time, just saying. Oh, Dainsleif's not dubbed. That's great.
It's been a while. You caused quite a stir, you know. Oh, this is a friend of ours from Natlan. Her name's Yansan. She insisted on coming here to thank you in person.
It is my honor, Mr. Dainsleif. Thank you for breaking the stalemate in our war against the Abyss Order. Natlan is fortunate to share a common enemy with such a mighty warrior as yourself.
Please don't mind him, Yansan. He always talks like that, but...
Sorry, I missed what the line was because he's not dubbed.
It's quite alright. Uwezo Yansan respects those of great power.
Again, no one has done this either, Yansan.
And I am still delighted to make his acquaintance.
Also, your typesetting's bad.
Anyway, since you're old friends, I'll leave you to catch up for now.
Take your time. Sure thing. You probably have plenty of other stuff to do anyway, right? Since this war isn't exactly over. See you later, Yansan! Hey, Dane. Would it have killed you to be a little more polite?
What did he say that wasn't polite? No need to thank me? That's impolite? Okay.
Ugh, so stubborn. But whatever.
Wasn't offended by what?
Do you have
They
any
act like he
idea
said
what
fuck
this
off.
order for us? Any idea
I
what's
don't
trying to achieve
understand.
this war, for example?
What is going on?
We thought so too. What do you think we should do?
Yeah, you know, that's what everybody said about when we won the war in Natlan. And here we are, still in the Natlan patch cycle, and they're mounting an even bigger offensive, apparently. So, I don't know if I believe you anymore.
Paimon gets it. Nothing in the world can satisfy you like making mincemeat out of the Abyss Order, right? Wow. Okay. A rare, candid. Well, actually, we found her brother's hibernation chamber key near the Collective of Plenty. Oh, and there's more! She kept seeing monsters that we couldn't see, and then she also said she was on a journey to find the Savior. Her description of this Savior matched the Traveler.
I'm pretty sure that it's not her brother.
Probably her brother.
I'm pretty sure it's Dane. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dane. Oh, it did refer to my brother. Okay, never mind. I'm wrong.
Wasn't her brother called the Prince, though? Where did this
He's the
Savior name come
Abyssal
from?
Prince, Paimon. Are you missing that?
Huh. Sounds like the people of Conria really believed in him.
I really think that Aether is Dane. I really do. I don't know how it makes sense with the two protagonist choice, but I really think. I don't know, man. It could just be Aether backstory. It's interesting, though. I'll give it that. It's a very, very interesting motivation for a villain. Kind of rings hollow after Capitano, but it's still an interesting. Is Dane going to be the first one?
Still, that... Sure. Also, why don't you stay with us at the Masters of the Night Wind?
Okay, my food's going to be here very soon, so I am going to go get it. I will be right back. Alright. I need a palate cleanser from this absolutely awful story, and my food's here. So, we'll go figure something out while we ignore Genshin for a minute. I don't even get it. Like, I don't even get why people like this. Well, okay. Maybe an exaggeration. I do kind of get it now. Well, no. I mean, I get that. I'm trying to think of how to word the sentiment. I think what we're doing here is okay now. It still has not been enjoyable or good writing. And especially coming off of the Mondstadt story chapter, they really had me excited. And now I have been let down. That's just all there is to it. Maybe Genshin just... Maybe Hoyo is just best at bottle stories. I had never really considered that before, but all their best writing is a bottle story, right? Aventurine, Farina. Well, okay. Farina's not really a bottle story. Well, in the sense that every region of Genshin is a bottle story, yes. She is, I guess. Well, I'm looking at YouTube, by the way. Okay, so the thing I learned is that, you know how I was talking about that mod pizza salad thing earlier? Okay, don't get a mini. Minis are definitely, like, if you were on a diet, get a mini, but if you eat food, get an entree size one, for sure. I was curious to see how the mini would stack up compared to the entree size one. It's like, I'm gonna say it's probably 4 or 5 inch on the sides and then square, whereas the entree size one was like 9 inches in square, and it was like a difference of $2. So, you know, if you were on a diet, I could definitely see it, but I am not. Well, just trying to eat healthier, really. I wouldn't call it a diet. Um, Either way, though, I'm already excited. The salad's so good. I didn't get the artichokes this time, and I didn't get the, oh, I had, what are they? The green chili bean and cheese burritos for breakfast. I just microwaved a couple one of them. So I've eaten already. This is kind of lunchish, dinner-ish. I'll probably like make something here at home for dinner later on. Oh, wait, I'm getting clickbaited. This actually sounds like a really good video. Why can't I hear anything? Because I muted Google Chrome, not Genshin. Lol.
Corporations making unhealthy foods. For a recipe to climb through the corporate ladder, our country is known for unhealthy foods. Large corporations
Future
making
Canoe, my
unhealthy
goat.
foods. For a recipe to climb through the corporate ladder, a strenuous process of testing have to be carried out by research and development chefs on multiple levels until it's deemed perfect. Then they'll finally make it to the back of these boxes, trick our moms into thinking she can cook, and ultimately become part of our childhood. Today we'll test out some of the most classic recipes representing some of the biggest companies in America, and towards the end some vintage ones that defines periods of history as well. The one that started it all, almost 100 years old, not only had an impact on global cuisines, but will forever be one of my... Welcome everybody to the most
Sorry,
Our country's known
I forgot that my mute button actually does something on YouTube browsers, unfortunately.
for unhealthy foods, large corporations making unhealthy foods. For a recipe to climb through the corporate ladder, a strenuous process of testing have to be carried out by research and development chefs on multiple levels, until it's deemed perfect. Then they'll finally make it to the back of these boxes, trick our moms into thinking she can cook, and ultimately become part of our childhood. Today we'll test out some of the most classic recipes representing some of the biggest companies in America, and towards the end some vintage ones that defines periods of history as well. The one that started it all, almost 100 years old, not only had an impact on global cuisines, but will forever be one of my favorite references in Friends.
Nestlé Toulouse. Nestle Toll House?
A woman named Ruth Wakefield sold the Toll House recipe to Nestle in exchange for a lifetime supply of chocolate. I guess it's the modern equivalent of Alexander Wang selling himself to Zuckerberg.
Nice job, team.
Now I was looking for the information on the Toll House recipe and I found this video.
How do you do that? Today in the Nestle Innovation Kitchen.
And it is at this point I figured out why Nestle has been great for so long. Because their chefs wear Future Canoe merch, yo. We'll do the dry ingredients first. 2¼ cup of AP flour, teaspoon of salt, teaspoon of baking soda, whisk together with a Ligma fork and set aside. A whole cup of butter, room temp ideally, 3¼ cups each of brown sugar and granulated. We'll beat the butter into the sugar until it's a little bit more fluffy and pale. This step is called creaming the sugar. You can cream it on the couch if you want, but I'm gonna use a machine over here. And take a look what I'm doing. I'm taking out real vanilla beans for Nestle cookies as a sign of respect. 2 eggs, one at a time, otherwise the dough is gonna split. Like my dad. Very thoroughly will incorporate the dry ingredients, and just like how God breathed soul into humans, we're gonna pour in the chocolate chips to make it complete. Probably the easiest part about this recipe is that you don't need to wait or put it in the fridge or freeze it or whatever. We'll scoop and bake right away. The sound of the oven being ready. After 10 minutes, this is what they look like. The color is a little uneven, especially towards the center, but we're gonna look past that. I definitely did these a little too big, so they're sort of connected. But once we let it cool, we should be able to separate them. Pretty moist inside. Let's give it a taste and rate it 1 through 10, you know what I mean? No wonder why the corporation's been putting it on chocolate chip bags for decades. That crunch.
I like how you can tell when he switches to the camera he uses to film. Like, it's good. It's obviously you're giving your first actual reaction, but there's a lot of background audio. A lot of background noise.
Crunch at the edges, the moist center, and a good distribution of chocolate chips too. 8.5. Rolling in next, Libby's 100% pure pumpkin puree. This can and the recipe in the back is serving up 90 million pumpkin pies per year in America. The famous pumpkin pie recipe on the left is your childhood. It hasn't changed since it came out in 1929. In 2009, a groundbreaking new recipe was developed and introduced to the world to include a whole can of sweetened condensed milk to increase the creaminess. But anyways, pumpkin pie was and stays my least favorite dessert on the holiday table because people be putting too much ginger powder in it. And putting so much ginger powder in a sweet pie is like taking your children to McDonald's to get a cup of black iced coffee. I should have called Child Protective Services. After mixing the spices, eggs, sugar as a base, time to mix in 2 canned products.
My favorite part of Future Canoe is he's real.
Puree.
Other YouTube chefs would have like thrown that egg away and done it again. Probably not even shown. Actually, they probably would have shown it because it's funny content, but they wouldn't have like used that egg. No, his ass is using that egg. Real chef shit right there.
I used the 9-inch as it said, but it overflowed. We're gonna do 425 for 15 to solidify it, and then 350 for 40 to bake it through. Do you think this control panel is clean? Hey, a little char never hurts nobody. Oh man. Got distracted by a phone call. It shouldn't affect the flavor. It's supposed to be the perfect recipe. Not like falling apart. Alright, let's try this pump.
You guys like
God damn it. I don't want to change my mute key again. I've seen this Gunner video.
To solidify it, and then 350 for 40 to bake it through. Do you think this control panel is clean? Hey, a little char never hurts nobody. Oh man. but distracted by a phone call. But it shouldn't affect the flavor. It's supposed to be the perfect recipe. Kind of like falling apart. Alright, let's try this pumpkin pie.
Brother, no.
You know, I almost like this caramel flavor. It adds a lot more depth to it. If it's just the pumpkin pie, it'll be a little too one-dimensional. But now you have these colors. Just avoid the bitter spots. You'll be all good. Give this a 9 out of 10. I got curious, so I looked it up. Libby's pumpkin puree started belonging to Nestle since 1970. So I guess I just spent the first 4 minutes of the video displaying Nestle products. So for our next box, I made sure that Lipton did not belong to Nestle. It is the onion soup mix. I've never seen it or
Sorry, I just need to see which of the 8 companies Lipton is owned by. That doesn't seem... Are they new? Who is CVC Capital Partners? Ah, it's a spin-off of Citicorp. Okay. So Citicorp owns them. Fair enough. I actually, like, I'm not surprised by that. I just, you know, all of 90, it's something like 95% of the food in the world or something is owned by 8 companies.
had it. My first reaction to
So
this
I was
box
curious.
is it gonna taste like
Because
Earl
Nestle is
Grey?
one
But
of
it's
them.
such an American staple, so even if you never had it straight out of the bag, it definitely has sneaked its way into your mouth in some way or the other. For example, a classic Jewish preparation of brisket involves balsamic vinegar and the Lipton onion mix. And today we're testing 2 of the 3 recipes on the back. It's funny how none of them involve a soup of some sort. We have potato dip and a burger, starting with the dip. 1 envelope of the onion soup mix into 1 container, 60 ounces of sour cream. Half the bag. It smells like when you saute onions and garlic together. Okay, I don't have chips at home. The only thing I can dip it with are these rice cakes. It looks like a diet
I'm
yogurt
sorry.
sauce. Or
I'm sorry. Is that all this dip ever was? Dude, my childhood is a lie. Holy shit, what the fuck? This is crazy. This one's crazy to me. Although we don't use Lipton, but it's all the same shit. That's crazy to me.
it's funny how none of them involve a soup of some sort. We have potato dip and a burger, starting with the dip. 1 envelope
It is.
of the onion
He's
soup
he's
mix
right. It is
into
pretty
1
funny that
container,
none of them
60
involve
ounces of sour cream.
soup.
Half the bag. It smells like when you saute onions and garlic together. Okay, I don't have chips at home. The only thing I can dip it with are these rice cakes. It looks like a diet yogurt sauce or like a cursed tzatziki. Bro, this
Onion
is so
soup
good.
mix. Onion soup mix is just a seasoning packet for people who don't know anything about seasoning. And I don't mean that derogatorily, but you throw a packet of onion soup mix in literally anything, it'll be 1,000 times better. I promise you that. Okay, except like maybe chocolate.
What? This is like the best dip I've ever had. Well, what is this? Deep, rich, caramelized onion flavor. And little pieces of fried garlic in there too. I'm gonna start doing this way more often. Giving it a 9.5. I was shook, guys. I can't believe a dip that takes 30 seconds to make tastes that good. It really goes to show that making delicious food is easy when you follow the instructions, which is the point of this channel. So we just mix some mayo and breadcrumbs into a pound of ground beef. We're gonna sear it up into burgers. 2 types.
Oh, he's gonna do all
smash
3.
burgers and the trash ones.
I'm gonna get on my soapbox. Smash burgers, I don't get the hype. It's just literally less beef. You're not. You're. Does the texture of meat bother you? I'm so confused. I don't understand why smash burgers are trendy now. I don't know, like maybe it's a growing up in a family who owned a beef farm thing, but I like my burgers normal.
I don't have cheese slices in the house, but with this griddle, I can just sprinkle shredded Kobe Jack on top of it and turn it into a crisp. I've always wanted to roll a burrito inside of a cheese crisp like one of those videos online. To a crisp. I've always wanted to roll a burrito inside.
Sorry, I tried to unmute. Canoe, this is always when you fuck up. When you try to do something you've seen on the internet. You do this every time.
Inside of a cheese crisp like one of those videos
Please do
online.
not fuck up.
Maybe we'll do that later. Let's focus on the burger for now. For the burger sauce, I think we should take it one step above by using the Lipton onion dip that we just made earlier. Everything Lipton burger. Alright, let's go. Can't say no to a burger. You know how a lot of burgers
Actually sounds
fried
good as
onions
fuck.
with
I would do
caramelized
that.
onions on top, but when you eat it, it's always messy. This solves the problem perfectly. So much flavor going on. This one is a thicker piece. This is how it's supposed to be had. But I almost like the thicker one better. I used the leanest beef I could find, so adding that mayo definitely helped. They got some geniuses at Lipton. Stop buying those expensive seasonings and barbecue rubs. Just
No,
put the
like
Lipton
for
onion
real.
soup everywhere.
For real. No, for real. Like that is the answer to your life. Was Lipton onion soup. Like it is crazy how much you can do with just, for example, a can of mushroom soup, some water, and a packet of onion soup mix. You put some chicken in that, you got a whole ass meal. You can put it over rice. You can bake it in a pan with the rice and the chicken. Like there are so many things you can do with onion soup mix. It is one of the greatest like cooking hacks to just make good food without doing any work at all.
I'll give this burger a 9.2. The next two boxes define the morning of the new world. The batter of the pancake between two most classic mixes. Bisquick, which everybody knows, and pearl milling. What's pearl milling, you asked? It is formerly known as Aunt Jemima.
Sorry, I was muted again. Hopefully I haven't been muted for too long. I'm done eating. My food was let me look if I can get a full list because they covered the it's not a huge deal, but they covered the receipt, so I can't look at what the whole order was. I guess I can go to mod and go to order again. Yeah. So it is a mini Caesar with all of the Caesar toppings, and then cheddar, feta, mozzarella, ricotta, grilled chicken, black olives, roasted corn, which I actually didn't taste at all. I don't know if they gave me my corn. Um, Garlic, green bell peppers, mushrooms, red onions, red peppers, roasted, and salt and pepper. And I also did pickled jalapenos. And then Caesar dressing. Chat delay kind of big today. You may need to enable low latency mode. There should be a gear underneath the stream. Ignore my recommendeds, please. We can't check in on Ghosty. Let's go to Gao. So there should be like a thing here, and then there's advanced low latency is what you want. Let's say hi to Gao. Actually, I probably shouldn't say hi to Gao. Why is... Oh, because I have Gao's tab muted, right?
Will surprise you. But aside from these parasites, there were other unexpected and unwelcome guests that appeared in the
Why can I knock? Wait, this is fucked up. I mean...
like I had seen a ghost. But before I get into all of that, there were other parasites.
What is she watching?
More and more in the rainforest that
so, shout out Gao. Gao is one of my favorite FF14 streamers who is doing React stuff right now. I don't know what this channel is that she's watching, but interesting.
But today, they had something else on their mind.
She's on my recommended channels if people want to watch her. But yeah, Gal for the win is great. Ooh, wait, I'm sorry. Powa is post Safari. I have to check in.
Mealybugs. The herb was producing the good stuff that are
Sorry. Oh my god, he takes 6 minutes to start. That's fucking right. What's Light up to?
Are you kidding me?
He might die here. I'm getting clickbaited into watching Kaizo. Give me a sec. I'm gonna chill really fast.
Well, that's full restore.
Get some more water and stuff while I watch this. Yeah, ants are actually like incredible creatures. Like exoskeleton that's incredibly strong. They can lift several times their weight. They have a giant brain, like for their size. They are a very, very incredible creature. We're in Erica.
Did I not mark this faster yet?
I want to hit him with a quag.
Oh man, that's got.
Oh, I'm not subbed. Okay, never mind.
Way more SPDF than defense.
I think I used my Prime sub, which I might have actually. Oh, June 23rd. Okay, that's like tomorrow.
Insomnia, so he can't
All right.
rest.
I'll drop in tomorrow and give him my Prime sub for his subathon.
I just gave you insomnia, bitch.
I forget who I gave my Prime sub to this time. God, he's still loud on 12%. I think he's fine though. It looks like he clears Erica here. What is this? Sorry, what is this for Alligator?
This is Sandstorm team.
So it's Modest, or it's Adamant, so he's already won. The SPDF is really low, and the speed's pretty low. He might be fucked, but also it's a for Alligator with the moves are good. He's got good PP. The Ice Beam is kind of rough with 87 special, but it's something, at least. I mean, it is Ice Beam, so, like, how bad can Ice Beam really be? And we're talking Ironmon.
I I don't think we beat Koga with this anyway, even though we're already high level. It's still pretty sus.
I'm just curious who else is live.
Don't do it. You!
May's playing
Oh
League of
my
Legends.
God, please. It definitely dies in one hit. We just need one hit.
Newbie's playing Honkai Star Rail? When the fuck? Oh my god, he's in... Oh, he's just starting Star Rail. Okay. What's MDCT up to? Sorry, I'm like... Oh, he's doing Warhammer stuff. Shadow Lovesley's doing Dead by Daylight again.
It's fine. I will just simply...
We've given Sherman the, well... Sherman...
I might get copyright claimed for this, but let's see. Yeah, I'm not even gonna risk that. I'm just gonna pause that right away. Lobo's still doing solo Night Rain. Alright, Powa. Ugh. Spudsy's doing just chatting. Alright. Alright. I'm done eating. I'm just delaying having to go back to doing Genshin stuff, which I think is a sign. Oh, they've got Liro Liro. I think this might be my first chat in Powa's chat, but I'm happy to make it Liro Liro. I just want to see the Salamence Powa's got. Because, like, post-Safari Salamence in Kaizo, and it's Powa, he has the opportunity to win here. Which I don't know that Super Kaizo's ever been beaten still yet. So, we could be looking... Light's been really, really close. Light has been Final Mon of Champion. But I don't know that anyone's beaten Super yet. I'm not sure. I know Pi didn't. I think Pi did it open book, and he said that was one of the only ways he would have been able to do it. I think, is how it went. And also, I don't keep, like, super up with Super Kaizo, so if someone's beaten it since then, don't, like, roast me for not knowing. But I think last time I checked in on them... Oh, damn. Someone already did it. Yeah, actually, I was thinking I could probably end stream and hop on 14 with you. So, that sounds good. Let's end stream here. It's been like 3.5 hours of me complaining about Genshin. I feel like I should at least show what his Salamence looks like and give my opinion, though, because I have been waiting
thank you for the resub. Welcome in.
for a while.
Happy Sunday.
But I'll probably continue watching this run of Powas.
Billy, Twitch, PP,
I could raid him, but I'm not going to. It's just you and me in here.
Roy, Ruzi, Bonkai, Gacha, Starbuck,
I'm not subbed to Powa. Oh.
I'm dead. Oh my god.
He has a free emote. Nice. I'll use Wave. Can I bless the run now?
Oh my
Damn.
god. Holy crap. Don't die.
Fix your tracker. Let me see the Salamence.
So many waivers today. Holy crap. Slammer. A large thing with 40. Holy overstimulation. Chonky, thank you for the resub. Thank you for the good luck. Freak still welcome in. I missed so many waivers, I think. Name of game.
Nice.
Hang on.
Nice. Ooh. Ooh. Okay, I'm gonna stop stealing his content. I just want to see his Salamence. Oh, dude, this goes all the way. This goes all the way. You got You're a mixed attacker. Good. Ooh, but you have E-speed to balance out the speed. Oh man, this goes all the way, I think. I think this goes all the way. I think this goes all the way. I really do. This is crazy. You got Fire Punch, Aurora Beam. Oh, it's Aurora Beam. I was reading Ice Beam. Okay. Never mind. Tempering my expectations a little bit. I mean, that's still really good. He's still got really good coverage here. Well, oh no, E-Speed's normal. I'm just associating that color with ground. Okay. He's got pretty good coverage here. He's got E-Speed to balance out the speed problem. He's got Rock Tomb. Which is, I mean, he could have a better move over Rock Tomb for sure. We could definitely learn a move over Rock Tomb. Air quotes. Um, but like the special attack with the Fire Punch Aurora Beam, like sure his special's not super high, but at least it doesn't have a negative nature. Spadef is really nice because if he gets hit by ice, he's gonna need every point of Spadef that he has. Because ice is special attack. So this is looking good. I definitely want to see the rest of this run. Okay, I'm gonna end stream and go play FF14 with my wife. Later. Peace.